All right, hello everybody. Tonight here we have Polar Ace eSports versus Team Fish Tacos. I am your play-by-play caster Z,
And I'm your color caster Swift.
and we are already hot into the pick and bans phase with the Nidalee, Riven, and Yuumi all being picked out, as well as the Pike.
Yeah, so far we've seen Azuki pop off a number of times on that Riven, so it's definitely going to be a priority ban. Same thing with the Nidalee. If you give it up, Heimerdoodles can definitely make some work with it. And TFT going for a pick around Yuumi and Pike, they definitely like pinching the support pool from a lot of the different ban phases. And Yuumi is definitely one of the stronger ones if you want to go some sort of like Enchanter kind of pick. And the last two bans coming out, Morgana and Jhin.
Yeah, those two going to be pulled out. A lot of focus on the bot lane from the side of TFT. Curious to see how they're going to be picking that one out. It definitely seems like they want to put their focus in. I'm curious to see if that's going to be definitely in their first three picks here.
Yeah, Jhin, definitely got to look out for Jack. He does indeed have the Jhin club tag in lobby, so might want to take that off the board. And first pick coming up is J4. And I think it's going to be a pretty solid pick. I mean, you could potentially flex it top, but more than likely it's going to be going into the jungle.
Definitely curious to pick your jungler first. You're putting a lot of your potential options out there immediately, because now TFT can scale and play around exactly how they want to avoid J4. I mean, if this Ezreal pick goes through, that's a perfect counter to any of the gank potential that he has at certain points.
Yeah, as they do lock it in, it definitely gives him a lot of mobility and ability to escape around that J4 ulti or even the flag and drag at some point. And then you also just have to take into account that you kind of let TFT know, okay, we might want to draft something like an Orianna around the J4 or some sort of Wombo or like at least a setup kind of comp once you pick a J4 like that this early.
Well, it looks like they are going to be buying in for the wall with that Azir potentially in the mid lane. I am curious to see how this one's going to be played out. Ooh, absolutely one of my favorite champions to see. You talk about Wombo, there's definitely some combos that can be played out there.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Having that extra range on Azir with the soldiers would definitely be beneficial. To say someone like an Orianna if they so choose to pick her. Next up for Polar Ace eSports, they lock in a Swain, which I have seen him a few times here and there in solo queue, and I think he can work out as sort of an off tank with some recent buffs he got in previous patches. But I'm definitely interested to see how they're going to be able to work around him.
A lot less setup necessary for Swain now, and he scales quite well after each soul fragment gaining a piece of passive health gain. So curious to see that. As well as that, we do see the Thresh going to be picked out here to complete a little bit of that bot lane going against the Ezreal there. And I do think if he finishes off, we'll be seeing the Lamb's Respite King Kindred in the jungle.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't be a bad idea to have a Kindred in here. Ability to dodge out the flag and drag with Q relatively easily. You scale up a lot harder than J4, and having that extra range definitely beneficial to someone like a Thresh. And needless to say, that Lambs or Spike can come in pretty clutch if someone gets a pretty big J4 ulti in the middle of a team fight.
Oh, real quick, I would love to give a great thank you to our main man Arkwolf here, giving us that 1 bit. We always appreciate any support for our staff here at the production crew, so thank you, Ark. Anyways, back to our pick bans. We see Sivir going to be banned out here. Definitely one of the stronger AC picks. TFT continuing that focus in that bot lane.
Yeah, they're making those picks, getting those bans out pretty focused towards the bot lane. Pretty much everyone that they've banned out has been bot lane
Every
centric.
ban has been
every
bot lane
single
centric.
ban. So 3 ADCs and 2 supports to finish out TFT's bans. You got Sivir and Caitlyn definitely putting pressure on Jack here in the bot lane, as well as Curry in for the support role. Next, for the side of Polar Ace, they decide to take out the Zyra and the Karma as well. Definitely could flex that either top or support, which is the last remaining roles that they have.
My oh my, 8 total bans that could all be potentially targeted at bot lane. TFT looking to respond though with the Rakan here probably. Curious to see that both teams definitely know where the power lies, of course, in a lot of these fights. Curious to see how the bot lanes are going to play this out now that they've been reduced a bit.
Yeah, right now they lock in the Rakan. Having some sort of a lot more mobility in the spot lane, it's going to be difficult to lock these guys down, especially once level 6 hits. And then Polar Ace are hovering over the Corki, and as we've seen for the past couple of weeks, Azir Corki in the mid lane just slowly becomes a farm fest. So there seems like they're going to be looking towards that as well.
Yeah, curious to see what pressure is going to enable that there, though. Corki definitely has the potential to make the roams around the map, especially with package once that's up. Azir, of course, can play well into the team fight phase, really make some great plays out there. Ooh, and Aatrox picks, though, is now coming through. Aatrox, absolutely incredible just power in these last couple patches. Even though he's lost the revive and world ender, he still has just absurd pressure and control.
Yeah, the life steal that he has from his ultimate definitely, I don't say it outweighs the ultimate res, but it still comes in handy a lot when it comes to these 2v2 skirmishes, either with the jungler or the top laner. And last pick coming in from Team Fish Taco is Camille, which I don't think is a bad pick. She can definitely work around a lot of comps, but there's definitely sort of a lack of tankiness coming out from Team Fish Taco in terms of this comp.
They definitely have quite the combo if they want to go for a pick in particular. You can get in deep with the Azir in the Kindred with the Lamb's fight. You can go in hard with the Rakan and Camille. Both these, all these champions here have this ability to go in very hard and then pull back safely. They all have some mechanic that gives them a sense of mobility or protection that allows them to really get in and get out. So that may be why TFT opted and pulled away from more of the tanky kind of atmosphere that you just described. But hey, could bite back. Swain, Jarvan, Aatrox, Thresh, definitely some meatheads that can start scaling up if you're not careful. TFT definitely has to pull this one a bit earlier before they get enough items that they become definitely an impressive run.
Yeah, it seems like they're focusing more so like having that early Ezreal pick. It kind of giving Ezreal be like, okay, the rest of this comp is going to be looking towards engaging in a fight or just going super deep. So we need some sort of carry or ADC that's going to be able to peel for himself, or we don't have to worry about him as much as we would like to, right? So
yeah.
Right now, it seems like they're just going to go for those big engages, as you said, with either Camille or Azir wall. Definitely going to be looking out for those.
Definitely curious to see what the game plan on Polar Ace, though, as is a result. Definitely looking to see maybe the team fight phase. Not so much looking for the pick, but just being able to sustain and fight these out. Swain and Aatrox just have this ability, like you said earlier, with the lifesteal and the absorption that can allow them to really progress through some of these team fights. Curious to see how it's going to play out. I'm wondering if the damage is going to be there, but if it is, Ace will definitely be a hard team to kill if they do not get picked off. They can turn and just launch onto TFT if any mobility has been picked out.
Yeah, certainly. So it seems like they're going to put the Aatrox up in the top lane and match him with the Camille. So it's definitely up to Camille to be able to outplay this fight. As we see, as Aatrox Q is definitely beneficial in a lot of these melee matchups. So gonna be looking forward to see how Zuki can play around that, especially around a J4 that is more than likely going to be trying to get one of his, I guess, solo lanes ahead at this point.
Curious to see how that's going to play out. A little bit disappointed in the farm and mid lane, but it's just how it's going to be in this patch. Other than that, though, I do think a lot of the pressure definitely comes from the top side of the map this game, but you can't stop watching out for the bot and its revival coming through. Curious to see how that Swain is going to be playing out, because that is going to be the apparent pick here for Polar Ace. So against the Ezreal, I'm interested to see where the majority of him taking that poke is going to come from, because if you know the changes to recent Swain and how he depends a lot less on his soul fragments landing to get a lot of that damage to go for soul burst at the very end of his ultimate. He just needs to absorb health at this point. He doesn't need to stack any of the fragments from the pulled E or from his eye. So I'm curious to see if that's going to be the move. I just think Ezreal is a bit slippery in this bot lane.
Yeah, it's definitely a sort of big payoff for Ace if they're able to get any sort of CC off. Like, say if J4 does come and gank, this bot lane is definitely going to be difficult to get any sort of gank off of, as we said, because of the mobility. But if Thresh lands a hook or if J4 gets a knockup, Swain's like passive being able to just pull them back is already going to be super beneficial to securing some sort of kill in this bot lane. And I think with that being said, that they can just play this lane out however they want. They can farm it out, or they can I guess, go for kills just because of how Swain works with his passive. So
Yeah.
definitely a lot of opportunities no matter what side of the map you pick for Ace.
So we've kind of labeled out how these two teams are looking to play it through, but personally, Swift, give me your rundown and how, or give me your rundown in which team you personally think is going to win this.
I think
Get a
I'm a
little bias. Get a little bias for me,
A little
Swift.
bias. I think I'd put it on Ace. I think just
Ooh.
having the Corki and the Swain, there's a lot of damage that's going to be available on this team, and I don't think it's as like situational as TFT's is. I mean, yeah, you do have a lot of burst damage with the Kindred and the Camille, and then Azir when he scales up, but I think there's just way too much of like, I guess, of a comp for Ace that they can just pull the trigger whenever they want. Like you have an Aatrox who can free dive a backline whenever the heck he wants. J4, if he builds tanky, can engage a fight. Same deal. And Swain, unless you get some sort of executioners, he's, like I said, an off tank. And all the while, Corky's probably standing at a million miles away firing R's or with rapid fire, right? So with that being said, I think Ace has the upper hand in this sort of comp, even
Well,
if
if
the game gets later.
you're going to pick Ace, I might as well try to defend TFT from the side over here. Like you said, they definitely have a lot of power on Ace's front, being able to pull the trigger at any time, but there is a lot of response potential out of Team Fish Taco. They definitely have the ability to, one, stay mobile and get the heck out of there. You've got Azir's Shuffle, Ezreal's Flux, Rakan's Dash, Kindred's movement, Camille's movement. They all have this ability to be slippery if need be. So you may not see everything just landing the way you want it to from the side of Ace. And then additionally, on top of that, there's that extra layer of protection that some of these champions offer. Camille's Hextech Ultimatum, Kindred's Lamb's Respite, the wall coming down, that Emperor's Embrace, just slamming who you want back and in front. Rakan, of course, with the charm can come through and pull off some quite devastating plays if you just reel it in right. So I am curious to see how that is going to match up in a certain way, but I would not be surprised if Team Fish Taco can basically pull away from the engage you so dearly talked about from Ace and then just come back into it just as quickly.
Yeah, they definitely have the tools for it. That Rakan ulti and that Azir wall are definitely going to be ones to look out for. It's just that the way I see it, TFT isn't really going to be forcing too many fights, or unless they get a pick off with like Camille or Azir, as we said. So as far as I guess my philosophy goes, if you're playing a comp that has to rely on the enemy team engaging on you, it's up to them to make the mistakes and not you. So if Ace makes mistakes, then they've got a shot. But if they play this well, I think I'd give it to Ace in that scenario.
Well, your bias has been locked in and confirmed for this match. We'll definitely be seeing how you're going to defend that one as the game goes on. But with me, I definitely am going to be putting my token down on Team Fish Taco. I just feel like they definitely have the skill matchup in comparison. Not looking at champions, just looking at the players themselves. Definitely think they could be the ones that can come out on top. But that's going to be all left on the Rift. But we're going to get into a short spectator delay here, so stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to this week's segment of ABL's Top Plays. Starting us off at number 5, in White Lotus vs No Fear, Prodemity teams up with his jungler to look for an engage on the White Lotus bot lane. However, some great kiting allows White Lotus to not only survive, but turn the 2v4 around.
Forward, throws out the Q. Here comes the Nocturne though, going in for the Paranoia, trying to do a little bit more damage. He does get rooted up, and there's the turnaround kill, the Arcane Barrage. Lokidosi is able to get this kill. The 2v2 is going extremely well at F-Road. Able to get another kill with the trap. Gonna go for some auto attacks. Mucho Gosu running away. Here comes Jock, gonna get a nice rocketed auto attack. There's the Sheep Rock.
Next up at number 4, Dynasty eSports sees an opportunity to engage, and Dorhan jumps in with a 3-man Cataclysm. However, there is not enough DPS to follow up, and First Blood starts to turn things around. That is until Bishop and Rat join forces to kite back and turn the fight back in their favor.
As that's a great kill from Bishop to stop the ace in the hole. Mike gets taken down, Tibbs comes in, he finds the shutdown. What can they find onto Bishop? Because Rat is here, it's a 2v2 in the rivers. That's the Hextech ultimatum onto Bishop. Bishop, they find the outplay. They find the kill. DTS will be able to find more, but the True Shot Barrage will find the shutdown, and it's gonna be the ace.
And at number 3, First Blood are defending their turrets from Shelly when they find members of Polar Ace caught out in the jungle. They collapse, but when Tibbs joins the fight, they realize they may have bit off a little more than they could chew, and Polar Ace walks away with a 4 for 1.
Be able to pick out Purpose, but not before going down to Tibbs. In fact, Tibbs now launching forward. He's going to get rooted by Karma, but now Gaudier launches backward. The Polymorph comes through. Knockup, barely not going to miss as Mike is able to pick out Ozzy in this backline. You see Gaudier goes down for a double kill for Tibbs. Tibbs flashes forward to get the 3rd Q on the top of Jax. Now we see a little bit of damage. Not quite. Burn comes through. Mike and everyone trying to chase forward. They go for the launch forward on Rampage with B-Tang there. B-Tang going to be picking up the kill.
Coming in at number 2, Recon 5 are knocking at the door of Grim Legion space when Moody is able to find a well-placed Gragas ultimate onto Ikea. Sandillion doesn't miss a beat, jumping in on Yasuo and securing the quadra kill, leading his team to victory.
Down, looking for some more PvPs coming out. It's coming through, coming in. Rudy's coming back. He's gonna find the barrel. Looking for Hands of Blood there. He's gonna go through the stopwatch. He's gonna get himself alive. Double killing for Sandillion. Sandillion's still alive. They can't stop this man at quadra kill. He's gonna find the ace. They're gonna find the end of this game, and that's gonna be exactly what Recon 5 was looking for.
And finally at number 1, First Blood have their backs against the wall and look to make a comeback play into Polar Ace's Ozzy and Jack. However, they cannot keep up with the kite and are led straight into the waiting arms of Tibbs, who picks up a stylish pentakill.
Big heal. Now looking to turn around. We do see Final Chapter come out as Mike is in this back line. Looking to see that's going to come out. Now Tibbs is in the battle. Going to be able to pick up a kill on Vladimir. He's in the middle of the pressing guard. Flashes past and looks back on a rev off to get the double kill. Now goes deep onto Ozzy for the burn to burn through. Triple kill now as he turns to Gaudier for the quadra. It's going to happen. Jack is going to go down for the pentakill on to Tibbs.
Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of ABL Top Plays. We'll see you next week as we track the league's biggest plays around Summoner's Rift.
All right, welcome back. Getting in hot to the first game of Polar Ace versus Team Fish Tacos. Ooh, we already heard our thoughts earlier. You know where Swift stands.
Yeah. Over here rocking Polar Ace. In the meantime, the Team Fish Tacos is going for more 5-point, and the rest of Ace is going to be going towards bot lane Pixel Brush. Ooh, but they do spot out Amsterdam. He drops a ward though, making sure it seems like the rest of the team is going to fall back.
Yeah, I'm always curious to see when of those 5-man's actually going to work at some point.
Yeah. In the meantime, Mizuki responding pretty well, getting a bit of vision up on the blue side. We don't see that they spotted him yet, though. Yeah, he does get down a ward. Seems like the rest of Ace is going to be sitting around there. Red side, going to start red. Same goes for Heimerdoodles up for T-Fish Taco. He's going to start red as well.
Yeah, Red definitely having, I would say, more potential XP gain, especially in this early game. Curious to see how quickly a lot of this pathing changed just a few patches ago, actually.
Yeah, a lot of it comes from like having that Krugs and the Raptors. There's just a lot of EXP to get from these camps over on the red side of the jungle, so not much of a surprise as to why they want to get these levels relatively early.
Other than that, both teams starting out pretty generically here, not gonna lie.
Yeah, right now you've got Piero and Amsterdam just going to be coming down to the bot lane, trying to get the early shove going as they meet up with Jack and Curry. And in the mid lane, not too much different than we expected. Bit of a farm fest.
Hey, if that's how it's gotta go, that's how it's gotta go. That's the current meta, Swift. You can't criticize what works.
True. Azir Corki getting in some good damages here. Putting that good bit of damage on attack right there. Ooh, and a root landing onto Ezreal. Same thing with the Flay coming out from Thresh. Takes them about down to half HP as the wave shoving into them. But yeah, so far so good. Both junglers, like we said, they're both clearing out their red side. Both on Raptors at this point.
I'm just interested to see how that's going to play out, especially as they level up here, since they do have a lot of priority, these junglers. I would say a lot of game-changing ultimates can come through. Maybe something we got to watch out for, especially since these lanes are so passive.
In the meantime, Thresh trying to throw out a hook in the bot lane, but he does lose a good bit of HP for it. Misses the hook, but the snare does land from Swain. Ignite comes down onto Swain. He doesn't die just yet, but so does Curry. Curry pays the price for it. It gives up first blood going over to Piero. In the meantime, got Heimerdoodles up in the bot lane. He's definitely trying to apply some pressure there, but good trading coming out from Mizuki as well. And right now, seems like he's going to get first mark right there. Starts up in the bot lane, gets the scuttle. Easy peasy mark for Heimerdoodles this early. So right now, ooh, it seems like Ozzy is going to be coming up towards top lane. Oh, he does have Ozzy up in the jungle. He took the respective top lane top lane scuttle. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean,
All right, welcome back. I'm sorry we had quite the hell of a technical difficulty there. Currently, we shifted forward to 9. Swift, catch us up on what happened.
All right, so what happened? Bit of a client crash, but in the meantime, we did see the Infernal Drake going over for the side of Ace. Kill picked up for Heimerdoodles in return for that. But that is about all that really happened there, as well as Kill going over to the Thresh over in the bot lane. Pyro did get caught out, and he died, paid the price for it. But other than that, not much else missed. 2 kills and an Infernal Drake going over.
So, ooh, good launch forward from Mizuki here. Gonna use the Hextech Ultimatum. The World Ender is now coming through from Khan. He's trying to lifesteal out, but Heimerdoodle is there to respond. Good knock-up. Now we're seeing Ozzy come through. Good flash from Mizuki to get out of the wall there. Heimerdoodle now turning it, just poking it through. Ozzy launches forward. They're gonna miss the stun as we see a flash come through. Woo! Talk about pretty hot back into it.
Yeah, pretty close from both sides. That was really well played out there from Mizuki. He was able to get out most of his damage out as well as getting away from the Cataclysm. Ozzy tried to throw down onto him.
Jeez. Other than that, though, ooh. Hefty chunk of poke coming out here on the attack. This is Azir is doing the damage, just barely keeping away from the turret.
When Heimerdoodle staying up in the top lane. Not letting Khan top breathe at all. Meantime, it seems like 48 might try to go for it back. He is quite a bit low on mana.
Ooh, Azuki taking a hefty amount of damage there, using the repel to get just barely out of it. Oh, but Khan is pushing forward here. He does have Ozzy right on the back by his Rift Herald. Curious to see if they're going to play around it, or it does look like Ozzy's going to start that one up. Oh, Amsterdam
tried to go for the knock-up and the ulti, but wasn't able to land either. In the response, Curry throws out the hook and catches,
he hits the hook! The Fox now coming through. The wall's going to slow him down as Ignite burns. Tack has to flash forward. He misses the Q!
Dude, so close. The rocket nearly landed. I feel bad for Curry now because that was such a nice hook prediction there. Just caught him right on the middle of the E, and just, I guess thankfully for Amsterdam, he did have the stopwatch to delay as much damage as possible.
Oh man, that was absolutely an amazing hook. The prediction, just so superb.
Yeah, I have to agree on that one. In the meantime, Infernal Drake gonna be spawning up in a bit. Amsterdam making it back into lane after having his life flash before his eyes just then.
Piero, though, laying out great poke here, handling it 2v1 right now, keeping that wave just pushed up.
Yeah, you do see Heimerdoodles. He's coming into the back. They're sweeping out the wards. There are no wards in the bush. Look, it's not landing.
Ooh, but Piero's hits do land instead. Solid chunk of damage onto Curry there. Now Heimerdoodle waiting on the side here. Oh, you've got Ozzy in the backside. Curious to see who's going to engage first. Curry takes a huge chunk of damage, but Piero absolutely rips through with the Essence Flux into a true shot barrage. Ozzy had to back off quickly there.
I couldn't even tell, man. Like, that flash, I was like, okay, he flashed the hook, but I couldn't even tell what freaking direction that ulti was going to be heading, man.
Well, it headed the right direction, I'll tell you that. Ooh, not gonna be able to pick up more than one turret plate, but the damage is done.
Yeah, definitely they're setting up for the next dragon.
Ooh, 48, dealing a great big damage to Tack Nasty. He's gonna be pushed to the turret, but it's not gonna be enough. Whoa, 48 taking out so low there. Just barely taking that kill.
I mean, hey, it's better than some of the other Azir quirky lanes I've seen. Get some action going.
Yeah, just a little bit of action going through. Ooh, Khan. Woo. Just barely making that play happen in the top side almost. He wants this. He wants on Azuki, but it's not going to be enough speed.
Ain't happening just yet. Azuki's definitely waiting for that spike.
Ain't happening. Ain't happening, Azuki.
Put it out right now. In the meantime, Team Fish Talk are able to pick up the Ocean
Curry
Drake.
goes forward there with the hook. Not gonna hit anything though.
Yeah, definitely wants to, I guess, make up for, I'd say, getting styled on by that ulti, because, man, if that was me, I probably would have stayed frozen in fear. Like, what in God's name did this man just pull off?
Piero absolutely had an absurd ultimate there, definitely. Ooh, Tack nasty. Gonna be taking some damage. Chromosome gonna go in here, trying to push them out. Ooh, the burn now gonna rip through as Chromosome goes down.
Ooh, nearly lands the hook. But yeah, that package damage is definitely nothing to scoff at from Corky. Just literally step into it and you're like perma-slowed for like a good 3 seconds or something.
Yeah, Chromosomes went in a bit too hard there without Emperor's Divide just up yet.
Yeah, I was about to be like, wait, is this man about to style on him? He's about to kill him off after coming from his back too? And I'm just, it was close. It was close. I respect
like
it.
you said, an exciting mid lane between Corky and Azir. Not as aggressive as some would hope, but definitely better than the Supreme farm that we usually see. Ooh, good root on Camsterdan. He's able to dash out before the Flay grabbed him up. Ooh, knock up onto Azuki. Heimerdoodle is there to respond. Damage coming through with Hextech Ultimatum. Ozzy just barely stopwatches out. They have to run away before Khan kills them both.
Gee, the timing on that stopwatch.
Turn to the bot lane. Good route. We see a knockup from Amsterdam. Ooh, Curry flashes out to get away from Piero's ultimate. True Shot Barrage misses. Jack now hot in this backline, soaking up the health. Waiting for the blast to receive back with a good route. He slays. Piero hasn't used the ultimate just yet. Ooh, big chunk of damage coming on the Amsterdam as he burns through for a double kill on Jack.
Yeah, that was lucky on Curry. Look, Curry was able to flash away from the ulti this time, and that definitely helped him out as Jack was just able to melt through the rest of Piero and Amsterdam. And speaking of top lane, Azuki and Heimerdoodles both got, I'd say, an auto or a Q away from dying, and they are definitely capitalizing on it.
Yeah, 1/3 Q from Khan, and that would have been just it for that top side.
Yeah, and that stopwatch too. That stopwatch was pretty much perfect from Ozzy.
Oh, it was absolutely like 20 health left. Ooh, Heimerdoodle over the wall here, gonna launch on it. He's able to pop away. Ooh, big chunk taken. He has to back now.
Yeah, definitely don't want to give up the blue buff this early, I'd say. And you do have Jack. He's going to be going into the mid lane. He's going to hold down the waves.
Yeah, looking to stall this one out, trying to prevent it from coming through. Chromosome laying out the damage on the turret as best he can, but it is going to be cleared out quite quickly, like you said, by Jack.
Yeah, Jack is already halfway done stacking up his Rod of the Ages. Time is definitely passing. And right now the game is relatively even. Just the slightest bit of lead going over to Polar Ace, and it's definitely coming from that early tower take that they were able to pull off there.
Yeah, definitely some pressure being applied by Polar Ace here. Let's see if TFT is going to be able to respond. Not before we see a great hook onto Piero. He's just barely able to S-Flux out of that one.
Ooh, another
hook. But another hook coming through. Ozzy in this backline now going to use the wall, but not going to be enough. We see a great wall come through from Chromosomes for a double kill on Heimerdoodle.
Talk about the setup, and not even from TFT. Like, the setup from Ace just lined up perfectly for Chromosomes there.
Heimer pulled forward here. Khan going in deep now, trying to land damage. Lamb's Respite now coming through. We do see Tack now just ripping through. He's going to be able to take out Camsters and Heimerdoodle. Now for a triple kill. Suzuki's launching onto it, but it's not going to be enough. Goes for the Quadra and finishes it with the Penta on Piero.
Speak of the devil, man. Out comes a Penta from Tag Nasty right there. Just cleans up the rest of the fight. The Kindred ulti does not matter to this man.
Tack now, 6-1, 650 gold bounty. Woo! That's an early game pressure you're gonna have to respond to. That Trinity isn't gonna be the only thing on his plate.
I mean, if you're talking about stuff on his plate, I'd say Team Fish Tacos just got served up pretty quickly.
Pulls away with the completed Infinity Edge into the Sork shoes immediately at 18 minutes. Tack now an absolute monster on the map.
Right now, Ocean Drake being contested. Definitely use a couple of TPs to get there as soon as possible, but Tack's there. He's got package.
He's in the back line looking to do some damage. The knockup mix. He has to go in the back, but the roots are coming forward now. Ooh, good wall from Chromosome to pull back, but it's not enough to stop Khan as he rips through his back line.
Ooh, they're able to. Oh wait, hold up.
Oh wait, Jack flashes forward, but the Essence Block comes through from Ezreal, and the eye misses. Hero gets out just barely, but the blue buff is gonna be taken.
Yeah, they're able to escape with 3 out of the 5 members of TFT. They do get the second Ocean Drake's definitely going to help out try to stall this game out because, from what I can tell, Tac Nasty and the rest of Polar Ace are in the driver's seat.
Yeah, currently sitting a whole 4,000 gold ahead here, just looking to push in all of these turrets.
Yeah, they don't really have anyone able to contest the mid lane turret right now, so this one's sure to fall. Ooh, lands as well.
Curry is an absolute monster right now with some of these hooks.
Yeah, in the meantime, Mizuki, he is able to pick up a tower for himself, try to get some sort of gold for the rest of his team, if it is small.
Do see a bit of roaming coming out here on the top side. Yeah, it's definitely going to be that contention over the Baron Vision setup.
A lot of the towers taken from the side of TFT. There's not that many left over, at least ones that you feel safe sitting behind. Definitely gives Polar Ace an advantage as far as being able to spread vision. They could easily go in as a group and clear out any vision that they need to, I'd say.
TFT definitely now looking to see if they can stall this game out to get to a point where the gold is a bit more even. Curious to see how they're going to do that. They definitely have the wave clear potential. I'm just curious if they're not going to take the fights.
Yeah, and as we were saying before the game started, it's like a lot of the fights are really dependent on when Polar Ace decides to pull the trigger, because 48 chromosomes, yeah, he had that really good ulti, but can't really rely on it.
Couldn't stop Khan. Ooh, speaking of Khan, goes forward with the World Ender here. Gonna miss onto Azuki. Now Hextech ultimatum on the backside here. Khan just trying to lifesteal his way through this one. Trying to back off. He flashes away from the repel to not get stunned. Ooh, he's still going in hot on Azuki. Good flash to dodge the third Q. Azuki won't have it. He just barely misses with the Tiamat. Both are taken extremely low.
Oh, wait, that's really ulti.
Not quite. Ezreal ulti not gonna hit.
Gee, close. But yeah, shout out to the footwork from Mizuki. He dodged a bunch of those Qs.
Oh, Jack now taking as a replacement in the bot lane, gonna make sure this turret doesn't get quite pushed in yet.
It's like a tag team fight. It's like, hey, yo, tag me in this time. It's just like, all right, I got you.
Tag me in. I gotta go heal. Now, that was an impressive duel between the two. Neither quite strong enough to take out the other, but just some impressive plays from both of them.
Yeah, in the meantime, Polar Ace responding. They are going to sit up in the top lane and clear out as much vision as possible. But Azuki's holding steadfast in the bot lane right now. He definitely wants to apply as much pressure as possible.
Not a good position for him, though. If he sticks in that bot lane while we see Baron start to latch onto itself, he doesn't have teleport to respond. Khan, on the other hand, does.
Oh.
Ooh, we're seeing a good launch here. Onachroma's on the wall, comes through, but not before he takes himself down to half health. We see the wall on the back line. Curry's going to be the one to finish him off as Heimerduel takes a big chunk of damage down to the side here. Tack looking to follow it up. Just barely is able to pick him off. Ooh, true shot barrage gonna miss in the top side. Now we see Ace's attention turning to Baron.
Yeah, I mean, you have Heimerdoodles and 48 chromosomes out of the game right now, at least for the moment. And just, you have Tac Nasty. He's just sitting there with so many kills. It's going to be really difficult for them to try to contest this dragon without a smite. Dragon Baron. What am I talking about?
Ooh, Azuki Camster all sitting on the edge here, just looking, but Khan is the one to respond, looking to get on top of Azuki here as the Baron comes through. World Ender now going to be launching forward. Baron is completed by Ozzy. No steal going to take place. Hextech ultimatum's not going to be enough to stop Khan as he rips through a 1-level.
Yeah, slightly missed time on the Hextech ultimatum, but it was pretty difficult for Azuki to get anything to happen at that point. The rest of the Polar Ace were just sitting there in the Baron, ready to like collapse him at that point.
Ooh, Baron buff now. Definitely something you've got to watch out for. TFT on the back pedal here, trying to respond as best they can.
Yeah, and it's like, as we were saying before, it's really hard for TFT to force some of these fights. There hasn't really been a fight where it's just like, other than the one under the tower, but that was the same one where after the fight kept going on for that much longer, he had Tak pull out that pentakill on them. So it's going to be a real tough challenge for them to be able to fend off Polar Ace if they want to push whenever they feel like.
Ooh, other than that, Mountain Drake taking on the side up. Polar Ace here. Definitely have some damage to rip through objectives if it gets that point again. Ooh, over the wall, we see Tak laying out the damage on the 48 Crows. Emperor's Divide not going to be saving, but Lamb's Respite just burning through. Heimer now taking out for a double kill on Tak.
Tak just racking up the kills. Can he get to 10 by the end of this game? Quite possibly, though, but his damage is no joke. Hitting on the 3 items at 24 minutes, that rapid fire is going to be making mincemeat out of everyone on the side of TFT.
Ooh, and now they're lining up hard. We do have Khan in the mid lane. True Shot Barrage gonna miss everybody on the side of Polar Ace.
Pyramids are coming in. Have a bit of damage coming up from Aussie, but you do have Khan top.
Oh, good hook from Curry as Tak finishes off with a burst of damage. Now we see World Ender in the backline. Khan trying to finish him off as they take the inhib. Ooh, maybe they're looking to finish it out now, Swift.
Ooh, the ulti doesn't come in.
It's in the backline. Campster trying to get the charm up, not before he goes down. Curry trying to plunge forward here, get the hook. It's not going to be enough, but Heimerdoodle goes down as a result. We do see Khan in his backline. Ooh, turn actually Azuki with Hextech Ultimatum trying to take out Tak, but it's not going to be enough. The heal comes through. Now 48 Chromosomes just trying to rip through the damage. He's able to hit off 2 for a kill. Now with the come through on Khan here, the stopwatch is not going to be enough. That's a triple kill for 48 Chromosomes for an epic base defense here at 25 minutes.
Yeah, definitely pulled out the ace there. He had 48. He held on his own. The Azir hitting them 2 items, build out the Morellonomicon. Don't know exactly why, but he pulled it out. Definitely needed it, and just was able to hold on for that just that much longer, I'd say.
Just an absolutely absurd display of skill from Azir there to save it just a little bit. TFT needs to pull this off again and again, though, if they want to see this game come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, right now, if you're 48, I wouldn't be complaining in the spot that you're in. Yeah, you have a couple of deaths, but he is very close to finishing up that Rabadons, and once Azir gets to that 3 to 4 item mark, he starts dealing a ridiculous amount of damage, so I think it's going to be up to TFT to at least try to protect him, because he is definitely the main carrier of their team at this point.
It's up to, I would say, TFT, though, to get those items quickly. They need as much gold as possible to start shifting this around. That last fight was lucky, if at best. They were a little bit too far forward with most of their cooldowns down already. If they don't play this right, it could be end for TFT.
Also, shout out to Tak, who is sitting at 11 kills, but also 4 items at 26 minutes. Pull out that Essence River, that extra bit of CDR.
Teleport coming in. Campster's going to be launching into this backline. Curry's going to be taken out, but not before Tak's flying timer. We see Azuki launch forward with Hextech Ultimatum, but Ozzy does so much damage as Tak is cleaning it up for a triple kill now under turn. Azuki can't escape as we see Jack finish him off. That's a full team wipeout for Polar Ace. That's definitely got to be game Swift. They're going to be running it straight down towards the next turrets. What went wrong?
The minion whips are coming in. There just isn't much that they can do. As we said, they have so much engage and so many tools to just jump onto their backline, and you can't protect all of them with a single Kindred ulti. And with that, that should be the first game going over to Polar Ace eSports.
Absolutely absurd pressure coming from Polar Ace out of game 1. An amazing set of kills, a Penta and a Quadra in one game alone.
But yeah, so far the game is just super intense, especially towards the later half of it. But definitely props up to TFT, especially 48. He definitely held his own right there, especially towards the end. So I think maybe if you're TFT, maybe have some sort of either hard engage to pull it out, or maybe some sort of peel. That way you can at least protect your carries a lot easier. But other than that, it was a really good game coming in for both.
Yeah, definitely a great game coming out there, game 1. TFT definitely has to turn this one around if they want to see their series in their favor. Ace is definitely looking strong. But with that, we're going to be taking a short break as we get into game 2. Hey, come on, Odd Eagle. You gotta love us a little bit more than that on the ABL. Where's our lobby? Getting bored.
What?
Huh? Oh yeah, I figured that out after you were like, oh yeah, my client crashed. I was like, oh, that's why we never got to the countdown. My boy was never even there to begin with.
Yeah, I was like mad confused. I was just like,
Yeah, I heard.
I was about to say like the time or something, but that's when the fight exactly broke out or
Yeah, it
something,
breaks-
and then he
like
wasn't
I
saying
said,
anything. I was like,
I was
oh,
like,
fuck. Uh,
9 minutes.
yeah, I need to invite you, boyos.
Thank God, Swift sent me that invite, you dick brain.
Hey man, the name is Dick Butt.
Oh, fuck you. I swear. All right, welcome back. Getting into game 2 here. An absolutely incredible show of gameplay from Polar Ace in game 1. Curious to see how that's going to affect the bans here. It already has. Swain, Pike, Corky going out here.
Yeah, so far the bans definitely changed from last time. Taking out that Swain, taking out that Corky. You had Tack, who just did so much damage on that Corky, picked up that Panda kill as well, so definitely want to take that off the board. But Polar Ace kind of holding steadfast, keeping up with the same bans with Nidalee, Riven, and Morgana.
Yeah, but now Yuumi is going to be going through here for the side TFT, and that might be the change. Oh, but Ace is able to pull through with the Jhin and Nautilus bot immediately. That's something scary. That's something really scary.
That's looking a bit yikes, but that's just me. I mean, you have Yuumi, she's definitely a sort of poke champion, but you know how to beat Yuumi. Either you have someone that can heal or poke better than her, or you have someone that hard engages onto her or her ADC, and Nautilus fits that bill perfectly.
Ooh, Yuumi and Azir definitely, Yuumi and Ezreal looking to be the bot lane as a response to Ace here. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. Ace, of course, definitely has the priority now here in the bot side. TFT can play this one safe, but they are in for a world of hurt if they're not careful.
Yeah, I mean, you have some sort of like early game survivability with that Ezreal Yuumi. They definitely heal a lot and they have a lot of poke. But like within that lane, it definitely can be annoying to deal with if you don't have any hard engage. But it's just like once level 6 hits, there's not much that you're going to be able to do against Nautilus Jhin, at least I would say. You'd have just Nautilus, as long as he's able to get the R off on an Ezreal, that's pretty much a guaranteed hook on anybody. And then, alright, if Yumi's going to ulti, you have Jhin ulti. That's going to work pretty well into that. In response, you have Sejuani picked up in the jungle, which I don't have any complaints with that.
No, definitely no complaints. Sedge, though, very strong tank pick here on the side for Ace. Definitely going with some beefy boys. Nautilus and Sedge are going to be picked up. The Aatrox and Olaf definitely banned out here. Khan not going to be playing that one.
Yeah, I want to take that off the board as well. The Aatrox was pretty solid, but they do want to make sure that doesn't go to the side of TFT by any means. Just going in. Yeah, alright. So then you have Olaf coming in as well as a ban, as well as Zed.
Curious to see who the mid laner pick is going to be for Ace now, after we saw such a extreme set of play from the Corky. I'm curious to see how they're going to amp it up here into game 2.
Yeah, really taking off the board as well as Zed. They're definitely both good duelists that you can have in the mid lane. Zed definitely not as picked as often as Irelia. Definitely doesn't have the chance to be flexed up in the top lane like Zed as well. But Akali definitely is somebody that you could flex into either, and she works just as well as either Irelia or Zed.
See, an absolutely just great draft game coming from Ace here, flexing the picks, making sure that you give priority while also being able to move around if necessary. TFT can pull the Renekton out here, and Akali can really decide if that's the option she wants to go through, or she'll just stick mid.
Yeah, I mean, you have this pick between either the Renekton or the Azir. Definitely, I'd say if I was Akali, I'd probably go for the Azir. But in the meantime, that's up to Ace to decide, and they lock in a potential Kennen. They're hovering it. I wouldn't be opposed to a
favorite.
Kennen. Ark's favorite.
Nautilus mid, Kennen support.
The Nautilus mid Kennen support, and that's what I'd like to see. But it is locked in. You have Sejuani, Kennen, and Nautilus on top of a Jhin and Akali rounding out for the side of Polar Ace. And for Team Fish Tacos, they've got Ezreal Yuumi in the bot lane, Azir in the mid lane, Kindred in the jungle, and Renekton up in the top lane.
Now, actually curious to see TFT almost completely running back kind of the same picks they went with, except for the top and support pick. Azir, Ezreal, and Kindred all coming through again. Opting away from the Camille this time and not going with the... was it either Rakan or Thresh?
Yeah, it was Rakan.
Rakan.
On the side of TFT, it was Rakan, because you had, over on the side of Polar Ace, you did have the spicy curry hooks from...
Oh, that is right. Curry's hooks coming through hot half the time. Amsterdam as Rakan, not so much. Other
Yeah,
than that, though, getting into the pick and ban space here in League here, I am curious to see how this is going to play out now a bit differently. Top lane has changed, of course. All these lanes have primarily changed, but for TFT, they're still running it back quite similarly. But Ace this time definitely playing it out a bit different. So Kennen versus Renekton, definitely curious to see how that's going to play out. Kennen, of course, playing towards those team fights. Renekton looking to get fed, looking to get hungry, looking to get the meal before dinner time. Curious to see how he's going to play that one against Ace. If he has the pressure, the build-up, maybe pairing it with Kindred early. Curious.
Yeah, as you said before, they're kind of running back a similar comp. You have that sort of double AD carry with the Ezreal and the Kindred. Definitely wouldn't be bad in a lot of different scenarios, but Polar Ace kind of responding in a similar way where they have the ability to pull the trigger when they need to. I mean, you have these big team fight oriented abilities like a Nautilus ulti, point and click CC, and then you have something like a Sejuani or a Kennen ulti, which both of them have just a massive AoE inside of a team fight. So it's definitely going to be, I'd say, just as difficult as last game to kind of overcome that.
And I would say Ace definitely has quite some thick boys on there with Nautilus and Sejuani coming through. The CC and peel for any of these players on Ace before you have any certain engage coming back at them can be really annoying to deal with. You're not going to be able to get through the glacial stuns coming through Sejuani, and Nautilus sure as heck is not going to be able to let you through when he's got the hook laying ready.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have Jack. He's playing on Jin. Shout out to his club tag on client, as you can probably see. So definitely excited to see how he's able to play around this Jin. He got the champ that he more than likely would prefer in a lot of these scenarios, and then like no flame to fucking Piero. His Ezreal is pretty freaking good, especially with that ulti play that we saw early in the other game. So
straight on to Curry there. Absolute essence luck back, slam into the true shot barrage. Can't even have vision on him. Just instant death.
instant death. So both of these guys definitely skilled at what they do, and hopefully I'm trying to see if one of these guys proves me wrong in terms of how this matchup's supposed to go.
Other than that,
I was gonna say I was just gonna look towards the mid lane matchup.
I was literally about to do the exact same thing. You know what, Swift? Take it away.
Take it away.
Take it away, Swift. Tell me about Tak Nasty this game and his deal against the Azir coming from 48 again.
So right now he said, all right, he put on the Corki show. He's like, yeah, it wasn't as boring as other Azir Corki lanes, but he put on the show for us. And he's like, all right, instead of Corki, we're gonna roll with the Akali. It got banned away. Might as well pull out something that has just as much of that wow factor, I'd say. I mean, 48 Chromosome did well. His Azir wasn't bad at all, especially holding off the base. But it's Akali. I'm just like, ooh, I'm trying to see Akali start freaking like one-shotting people.
Tak has not gotten to his pentakill state just yet, Swift. We're still waiting. Definitely a possibility, though. Going to be something annoying that TFT has to respond to. Akali with the Shroud coming through consistently. It's going to be an issue for TFT if they don't respect it early enough and they don't shut her down. So, Heimer, step up your game.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be looking towards Heimer Doodles right now. He's gonna have to play around this Sejuani relatively well and try to get some sort of lead going on. At least go for either Azuki or 48 right there, because I think that Piero and Amsterdam can hold their own into the spot lane. They did bring TP. They're not looking towards fighting, especially with that Yumi. You had the heal on her anyways. So I'd say for the most part, you have to look towards Heimer Doodles once again in this scenario. He's definitely going to be the linchpin as far as trying to get the rest of his team ahead.
You can definitely suppose to say that if Heimer does not get anything rolling here early, the game will definitely be partially just kind of shut down. You'll be relying on a lot of gold coming through just from these lanes alone. So, of course, jungler always going to be the big sort of pressure that you're dealing with in making most of your plays, but it's so important when you roll with the comps that TFT is trying to roll with right now. Like you said, they don't really have that trigger available to them that Ace does. So you're looking for some sort of play, some pathing, something to come together where the two individuals have that step up against and they're able to make something happen, form the gun, and then pull the trigger. Maybe it takes two, but it definitely can be a devastating blow.
Yeah, they're gonna have to look for those ideal scenarios, like in the first game, where either they overextend a bit too much, or they're just able to have them in sort of a tight corridor and have a zero work as magic in that sense. But as we said before, at least with Camille, they had a bit more engaged. Where Nekton, he's kind of more the tankier version of that. He has definitely some mobility to work with, and he's gonna act up as a much better front line, more than Camille was in the previous game. So hopefully that change is gonna help them and potentially extend this series out to a 1-1 for this best of three.
Yeah, definitely want to see TFT play back into us. They don't want to be giving up too many games as the season comes to an end here. These teams definitely still have the opportunity to play towards the gauntlet here as we come towards playoffs. So it's still out on the table here. And Ace is definitely showing that they may have the potential to play their way up if they do perform adequately.
Yeah, as far as this game goes, Portal Ace has definitely shown that they have the potential to accelerate a game if need be in their drafting. At least I've been a fan of. They have a lot of that sort of engager, that had like that mentality of being able to pull the trigger first, and even if you make some mistakes at the end, if you have like I guess priority in a lot of these scenarios, it's going to be in your favor.
Other than that,
Yeah.
definitely curious to see how this is going to play through both the teams on kind of their next end. TFT definitely on the brink of that wall. They have to respond here in game two, or they won't be able to finish out the series at all. So I'm curious to see if that sort of mental state is going to be affecting them in any way. They have champions that have a lot of potential. They just have to be appropriately playing around it. But with that, we are going to be going to a short spectator delay as we get into game two. So stick around. All right, welcome back. Getting into game two here. Like I said, TFT up against the wall. This is their last chance to show they have got the stuff to go against Ace here. Ace definitely looking to get this game over with and finish this series with a 2-0. Ooh, already lining up for a full five-man. Maybe gonna definitely be seen out.
Did they spot them though?
Did they spot them out? Okay, well, they're spotted out now, definitely. Heimer gonna be able to
Landed.
not get hooked.
Yeah, as we saw, Curry throwing up the white flag. Pretty Pepe hands, not able to get that early pick. But in the
Ooh,
meantime, we do
wait a
have
second. Look at Azuki here in such a nice spot to get hit from 48 Chromosome. They're going to be doing some damage on this back as Tack is coming through. They're trying to lay it out on Azuki. Q coming back. Now we do see Yumi out on 48 trying to do some damage. Tack is going to be taken low. Ignite put onto Ozzy. They're so low. Ozzy taken back down to 100, but Azuki is still on the chase. Flashes forward. Tack flashes. Heimer flashes. Everybody flashes. Now we see Curry and Jin on the backside here looking to get on top of 48 Chromosomes. He's just barely trying to get away, but the flash comes through from A's on Jack with the Ignite.
Ooh.
That's going to be first blood.
Talk about a bloodbath. I mean, Jack costs up his flash, but that's a first blood going straight to them, and that's a bunch of sums taken off the board for the rest of each team.
Ooh. Boy, Piero and everybody roaming down into this bot lane now. Jungles have yet to start at all, pretty much. Just barely. We're going to see Heimer actually start on blue side this time.
Yeah, it was the closest buff to him. Ooh, bit of damage taken out from Curry.
Yeah, taking a bit low, but he'll heal up. He's got Relic.
But yeah, as we were saying, like, definitely it was the closer of the buffs that were available after that whole fiasco that happened up there.
Nice stun on the Khan in the top side. Just kind of swats him twice. Says, get out of here, you little Yordle. I don't want anything to deal with you. Other than that, though, level 2 advantage in the bot side. Curie is going to go for the hook, but Essence Flux just barely saves him out there.
Ooh, nice bit of trading coming out there from Azuki.
There's a bit of trading going around all across the map, especially here in the mid lane. Tack taking about down to 25% of his health. He's got a back up now. No pot in sight. Definitely looking like possible back coming through. Yeah, looks like he's going to have to use the teleport.
Yeah, at least in this scenario, he does have TP. Chromosomes does not have it. He opted for the barrier, and I mean, in an assassin-like matchup, definitely no qualms.
Ooh! Good hook onto Piero, but another Flux out of there. Jack not landing the stun as well.
Yeah, that's really good on Piero. I mean, he's definitely gotten that timing down of... Ooh.
Ooh! Yeah, good stun on the top side. Oh, Curie now launching on a camster, but it's not going to be something you can work with. That Yumi just goes so quickly into the backside. Oh, but they're not done. Jack steps up so aggressively to push against this wave here.
Yeah, I mean, as we see, it's like Piero definitely has a lot of experience on Ezreal. He's able to exactly time when he has to use Essence Flux to cancel out the pullback of Nautilus Hook, so he doesn't get caught out anytime he gets hit by it, so pretty well done by him there. And I think that's definitely going to be, I guess, beneficial, or I guess necessary for him to come out of this lane alive.
Piero taking the 4th shot from Jin there. He's going to be taking that recurring trade damage on the backside, though, so nothing too good here on that. Both these teams just kind of farming out, poking out the damage, just trying to see what they can do. No particular engage just yet. Like I said, we may have to wait for Heimer or Ozzy to turn everything around, start tipping the scales. Ooh, Zuki just barely getting in there. Try to go for a nice heal.
But yeah, for right now in the bot lane, it's definitely favoring Piero over Jack and Curry. Yet again, that E, he just times it perfectly so where the pullback isn't as impactful as it would be in other matchups.
Definitely curious. We do have Iron Doodle on the side here. Maybe it's spotted at the ward, but not before we see a great root finally come through onto Piero here. He's got no mana. Jack backs off, though. He does see Heimer Doodle as a result. Ooh, just barely. Smite coming through on top of Curry. Now Ignite on top of Heimer. Curry's taken extremely low as Heimer's able to finish it up. But now we see Ozzy on this backside here. Not going to be able to get the stun on the Heimer. Just barely gets out.
Yeah, incredibly close. Just poor timing up there from Curry. Just walks straight into Heimer Noodles right there.
Speaking of poor timing, Azuki stepping a bit too forward. Gonna miss the dash. Khan now flashes, misses the Q, but it's not enough. The stun comes through as Azuki. Oh, isn't able to heal. Khan gets the first kill in that top battle.
Pretty solid 1v1. Con top using that range advantage to its utmost potential.
Ooh, level 6 first finally out on the board. Tack ready to go. Ooh, already seeing a roam potential come through, looking in the bot side maybe.
Yeah,
The
right.
minute he hit 6, he pushed wave and immediately went bot. Ooh,
Yeah,
with
trying to
Aussie
catch
well.
out Heimerdoodles if he was trying to go for his red at this point, but it doesn't seem like he's there. He's up in the top lane, far, far, far away from
Far, far, far. Yeah, definitely not in the right position there. They are looking for this, but the control ward is in the right position. They're not really going to be able to put anything together there. This bot lane is looking so heavily. Curry sitting in the bush. Oh, he definitely looks like Ozzy may be spotted out. Piero stepping up, but it's not going to lead to anything.
Ooh, they do spot out Aussie on that control ward. Be sure to try to poke him a good bit as he makes his way out.
No, just a little bit of poke.
Yeah, Piero, he's definitely holding up that CS lead in the bot lane. In the early game, it's definitely favoring Israel and Yumi just because of how much Yumi heals without any, I guess, main damage items on your kit.
Curry goes for the flash forward, gonna root Piero. Now the stun. Now he pulls the hook, but not before Yumi and the wall get in the way there. Jack barely able to finish any damage out. On top of that, as Wave pushes hard into him.
Yeah, Piero using the wall to his advantage.
Oh, wait. Turn your attention to the top side. Heimer now taking full pressure over this red buff. Oh, we've got a bit of response going there. Good dive in the backline, lands by Ant Slicing. Maelstrom coming through a stun onto Heimerdoodle. Not before he gets out over the wall. Tack Nasty now taking incredibly low. Has to back off. Ooh, Azuki is gonna get stunned. Ozzy not gonna be able to proc that, but 48 chromosomes just barely poking through. The damage taking him so low. Good stun from Khan though. Everyone now, he's dashing forward, trying to get on top of Azuki, but the stun comes through. Oh, he dashes forward to pick off Ozzy as we see Heimerdoodle take off Khan. Good focus from the side of TFT.
Yeah, Khan top pulled the trigger a bit too much over there. He went forward into the pixel brush, but he paid the price for it. He wasn't able to sustain the damage between 3 people at once. Definitely cost him and Ozzy's life right there.
Jeez, Curry going in again here, gonna get the hook, but not before the E. Finish the job. Root as well. He takes a hefty trade there.
In the meantime, Tack's just feeling that. Not being able to heal off of minions off of that Q anymore.
Yeah,
Definitely
Zir
makes landing a bit harder, more risky.
poking him out consistently. Yeah, like I said, another Q coming in, trying to just shove him under this turret consistently.
Yeah, now with that extra kill, Suki might be able to pull something off, and that damage is certainly nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, Azuki. Take him down to half. Khan now has to definitely respect this man.
Yeah, Mark throwing on to Tack. He's definitely getting out of that as soon as possible. He does have TP, so he can TP right back in the lane if he needs to. And there's a bunch of traps just sitting around there for Jin.
Just waiting for Heimer to show up. He wants to give him that little gift, that little surprise. And he may have the chance. Heimer and Ozzy both on the side here. Very close to roaming up. Dragon is, of course, up now. Mountain Drake, definitely great potential dragon to pick off there, but no particular pressure in the field just yet.
Yeah, it's just have Piero stacking up that tier as much as possible. He did opt for a Cole early because he knows that he's not gonna get any sort of kills in this lane unless they misplay it incredibly poorly.
Ooh, Ozzy now on the backside of this bush. We see Curry go forward here. Not gonna be able to pull anything just quite yet.
Yeah, the wave's not shut in yet. He might stay in case
Ozzy
he wants to try to force something.
Trying to force something out here.
He does have ulti.
We do see Curry on the side now, looking at a pull. He does get it, and a root as well with Glacial Prison. Not going to hit, but the root comes down. Depth charge and final chapter. The burn comes through as Curry finishes him off. Now we're waiting for Jin as he launches the 4th shot straight into Camster to finish him down.
In the meantime, Flash up in the top lane. He is out of there.
Yeah, Khan is just out of there. Ooh, not before taking a big chunk of damage from Heimer. Turret definitely in their possession now.
Probably backing, trying to get away and cover some gold, but
Oh, man.
Heimerdoodles is not letting them.
Heimerdoodle super aggressive there, making sure he delays the back appropriately.
A lot of tower plating gold going over, but
Attack Nasty definitely in the vision there. We're going to see the E come through. Definitely curious. He's looking to run away, get out of the W. Now Shroud misses the Q. Looks like he's just going to back off instead, potentially wait for Ozzy to come up. He does have to catch this wave.
yeah, don't want to be missing out CS or EXP against somebody like Azir. The farther you fall behind, better it is for him, so. Right now, he's looking over in the bot lane. You have Jack. He did finish up his IE, so that's a pretty big power spike for him.
Ooh, Dominus going to be canceled out. Heimerdoodle now getting hit by Slicing Maelstrom. Not quite stunned. Khan takes a huge chunk of damage. The turret is now in play. The wave is pushing forward. Ooh, potential dive, just maybe. His ultimate is down. They definitely have the ability. Looking to rip through this tower. They go into the backline. Stun comes through, and he is going to go down. Heimer is killed by Azuki, picked up. Now we see attacking this backline here, looking to pick it up. Azuki goes down so quickly. He's already been taken so low by the tower. We see the dashboard with perfect execution. Heimerdoodle now just barely trying to run away. The Q comes through. Tack Nasty. The kiting. It's not going to be enough. The heal comes through on the minion wave as Tack picks up another kill.
Just barely.
Oh, wait a second. True shot. Barrage. They're sending the warning. It's not going to stop. Piero snipes Tack from the bot lane. Ooh, now we turn around. The final chapter comes through for a double root on the backside. We see 48 go in the deep with the Emperor's Divide to pull through. Jack is going to be taken so low. Now they turn to Curry and they just rip through him for a double kill on 48 chromosomes.
What a nice roam. Tack's like, alright, I'm gonna roam up top lane, and 48's just like, alright, I'll do the same thing, but just in bot lane, and it just picked up 2 kills for himself as well. Not to mention Piero with that ulti.
Piero, absolutely beautiful true shot barrage there. It just goes, what, is that the bush? Ah, don't worry about it. I got it. Over 500 units away from the side of bot lane. Not a problem for Piero. He can snipe that.
Yeah,
he's got it. Real easy for him. Didn't even look like he was trying. They warned him too. Did you see the pings come through? I love that. Oh,
last second too.
Big stun on Azuki there.
Arkwolf will be proud.
Yeah, Arkwolf would be proud, but not proud enough. Heimerdoodle here just pressuring him away from this wave. Possible for his turret going down. Khan taking half health. Glacial pressure on the backline, but Slicing Maelstrom is under turret. Now we have Dominus coming through as Azuki tries to get to this backside. He's not going to be able to pick up a kill on Khan. That slowly just burns down. He's not quite going to be taken out, but Tack finishes the job. Ignite now comes through from Hanson onto Ozzy. We see True Shot Barrage. Almost able to snipe out Khan, but not quite. Now they get the pick up with Final Chapter on the Tack as they finish him off.
That's the first tower going down from the side of Team Fish Taco. Turret platings, all of them taken off as well. And Contop just having to retreat. There was just so much pressure being placed up there by Heimerdoodles, and Azuki just being able to take so much damage from all these trades definitely helped them out in the long run.
Looks like Ace responds with a tower in the bot side.
Yeah, game's definitely going differently for Team Fish Taco. They do have the lead at this point, and Heimerdoodles is becoming a lot more effective than he was previously. The Azir putting in just as much work as he did before.
Speaking of Heimerdoodle, he's in the backside of this dragon. Has to go over the wall. Does not want to fight a 3v1 just quite yet. Gotta wait for his team. Oh, he's clearing out the traps. He has rev up. Ooh, Hex Flash. Curry's gonna come forward here. He pulls on the wall to get away, but it's not gonna be enough. The damage comes depth charge, but it's not enough. Heimer picks it up, and now the entire side of TFT dragging in their favor. Mountain Drake, first Drake picked up.
Yeah, it's just this pretty bad timing there for the side of Polar Ace. They're trying to opt for the early dragon and take it off the board, but it's not quite able to secure it.
Oh, Amsterdam definitely in the visual here for attack. Oh, dashes forward, gonna be picking up a good route from Jin with perfect execution to finish the job. Ooh, Ozzy gonna take his damage now, turns around, goes for the knockup, not quite gonna get a hit the stun, but Khan and Tak are hot on his trail. Big damage coming through, Lamb's Respite now in favor. We see Azuki on the backside with Dominus, he comes through, but slicing Maelstrom was saved for a big stun. Azuki gets rooted and stunned instantly for a Khan top kill.
That was really well played from Khan top. He saw that, okay, the Kindred ulti's up, but then Renekton's on the side. He waited just at the moment that Azuki decided to commit over the wall and pulled the trigger on that ulti and got both of them in it.
Ooh, absolutely amazing ultimate from Khan there, slicing Maelstrom, and now Ace has the pressure. Ooh, Curry hitting another great hook. Sadly, it's against the Ezreal, so he's able to slip right out, but he has shown incredible proficiency on the Nautilus in some cases.
Shout out to the Scuttle. He's too strong. He dodged it.
Shout out to Skull. Too strong. Ooh, but good poke coming through here onto Ozzy. Final chapter, as well as PL Piero coming forward with that dash. Jack not going to be able to pick up the root as Curry's just barely trying to get through. He has to flash over the wall to get away.
Also, the same flash from Jack. He was able to get away from Azuki just in time, unless he got like caught right under that Renekton.
Ooh, Jin trying to save it as Khan is as well. That tower's burning down. We see Emperor's Divide pull Khan into the backside with a stun for the kill. Azuki picking.
Yeah, once Team Fish Taco was able to get rid of their tanks, like Sejuani and Curry out of the fight, it's going to become a lot easier for them to have someone like Azir go in and just force fights like this.
2 turrets taken out in the mid lane. Tier 1, Tier 2, both gone. Ooh, good true shot barrage on top of Jack there. Oh, yeah, definitely looks like Rift is going to be the next option here. All 5 members of TFT ready to just take it out. Ooh, Tak sitting on the side. Definitely is going to opt away from this one. Doesn't want that fight.
Yeah, for right now, shoes on the other end of the foot. Team Fish Taco are definitely in the lead in this one. They have control and they're able to pick the fights that they want. This Ezreal from Piero and this Azir are putting in some good work coming out into this game.
Work is definitely good. Khan is going to be able to stop Azuki's back there. Azuki's just a little too fast. Oh, but that's not going to stop Ozzy and them from rolling forward. Up.
Ooh,
he's able to get out with such a nice back so quickly.
Pretty close on that stop back, and I'm pretty sure if he got stopped, he was more than likely dead.
Oh, Heimerdoodle now on the backside. We see a snipe coming through. The big chunk damage laying out. Ooh, Piero snipes him out with the Q.
They also baited out Khan's TP right there, so pretty beneficial for them.
Ooh, Tak going forward here. Emperor's Divide doing some work. Khan now with Slicing Maelstrom. Glacial Prison misses as well. Slicing Maelstrom done not quite, just barely gonna hit. Ooh, Tak trying to deal the damage. He's able to pick it up for a great shutdown. Now turn your attention to the mid lane. We see a good knockup with Chap Charm from Curry. He's trying to just absorb all that damage, but it's too much. The hook isn't gonna save him as Piero picks up another kill.
And Rift Herald being dropped down in the bot lane. First, another tower going over for Azuki, and it seems like Kindred's going to be trying to hop over this wall. Going to chase them down, pick up a bit of the jungle. This might also be the second bot tower going down as well.
Yeah, they show pressure. Azuki, ooh, Dominus comes through, but the root comes just as hot. He's just barely getting collapsed on the wall from Rift there. Ooh, definitely he's going to back off. He knows Dominus does not have enough charge left to go in for a full fight against 2 team players from Ace.
Yeah, you see Ezreal, he's fully stacked up the mana. Not wasting any time there. He's definitely a lot more ahead than he was in the previous game. And there's just so much damage coming out from both Kindred and Ezreal right now. It's going to be incredibly difficult for them to get on top of either of them.
Ooh, yeah, it looks like they're just gonna go for the reset, but Baron is up in 15 seconds here. Curious to see how they're gonna play around this one. The potential is in the favor of TFT this game.
Yeah, right now it's upon them to minimize their mistakes and be able to capitalize on how much power that they really have. They need to make sure that neither Kindred nor Ezreal get caught out too early into the fight.
No one's there for the Cloud Drake. They've got to rotate quickly. The Baron is going down. The pings are coming through. Oh, they're on the wrong side of the map. Definitely looks like Baron's going to go straight in the favor of Team Fish Tacos.
Mark on Kindred on that Baron gets secured, and that's a huge benefit for the side of Team Fish Taco, having that ability to push waves a lot faster and just being able to hold that extra power within them already.
And looking to push forward through the mid lane here. Ooh. Curry gonna be able to predict it with Slicing Maelstrom coming through to finish off the Ezreal. Attack now in the back line, and we do see Glacial Prison to take out 48 Chromosomes as well as Hamster down. Now they turn their attention to Heimerdoodle. He's just trying, barely get away. The root comes through. Oh, big damage. Jack is just chasing this one out barely. Curly comes through with the hook, but it's not gonna be enough. Up! Oh, wait, never mind. Coming through with Depth Charge and Ignite. Lamb's Respite. Curry gonna be taken extremely low, but Jack is there for the response. Just barely able to get them back there. Not quite, but we do see a shift of attention to this top side now. Azuki gonna be throwing out the Dominus here. Ooh, big stun coming out on top of Khan, but not before he gets stunned as well. He tries to dash forward to heal himself. It's not gonna be enough as Tack finishes
the minions!
The flow. Oh, the minions! Ooh, always hurts to go down from the hand of your minion wave.
Yeah, pretty well executed, I'd say, from Team Fish Saga. They were caught out relatively quickly, but they were able to stall out the rest of Polar Ace right there. They kind of forced them to chase the kills. They weren't able to get any towers off of it. And this Cloud Drake is also going over to the side of Team Fish Taco as well, so not much really gained other than that extra bit of gold from that fight.
I will say they do gain the fact that only Kindred is the one with Baron mode now.
Very true. I would hope that Kindred doesn't split push by herself, so
nah.
Other than that.
Kindred smart, Kindred brain. Kindred have the game. Other than that, though, definitely looking to push this mid lane. Hopefully.
No, we're just gonna push the ball in real quick, but it's gonna be fun.
Hey, Azuki is doing exactly just that.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Zir passive coming up. Whatever he sees, he shall conquer, and puts up another tower.
Ooh, Ace playing on the back foot here now, taking a huge amount of damage. Ooh, Yuumi heals just too much.
Yeah, no form of healing reduction coming out from the side of Polar Ace just yet.
Ooh, True Shot Barrage landing entirely on Jack. Not quite a chunk of damage, but good enough. Pinning out this ultimate here to begin with.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to rely on Khan, Tops, Morella, and Amakan on an ulti if they're going to want to get any sort of healing reduction out of this. Right now, it seems as though that Jack is going to be going for Essence River next buy, so definitely going to be on the later list of items that he wants to get.
They're just clearing these waves out. Good on Ace, preventing any solid push from TFT here. They got to be careful, though. TFT can pull the trigger any moment and go in hard. Ooh, it's instead going to be the Slicing Maelstrom in the Glacial Prison come through. Lamb's Respite doing so much with Emperor's Divide now. And we see Azuki come in so hot for the double kill on the mid lane here. Now we see Tack dash full with perfect execution to get the kill on the Heimer almost. Curry going to be taken solo as Azuki picks up another kill. That's going to be an inhib, and 3 members of Ace are down.
Azuki just came in with the drive-by. I'm pretty sure he killed 2 people with just his E.
Look at 48 Chromosomes. Try and chase this one out. Pushing Tack Nasty away from the mid. Now Piero launching onto Jack here on the backside. The snipes are coming through. Jack goes down so quickly. That's going to be a double inhib for the side of TFT.
Yeah, TFT making use out of that Baron buffed by pretty much as they could. Took out both the towers and both the inhibs at top and mid. They were able to pick off 4 kills now once they were able to take off Jack, and that was just a really well done, like, I guess, team fight from Team Fish Tacos, being able to push back that force engage that they had.
Like Doug Kreese says in the chat, can't stop the croc. Definitely a great setup for Azuki to come in there and just clean up. Very good.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure he ultied and then he went in with his E, and that E alone just took out both of them. And I'm just like, okay, these guys were just super low. but still, he was able to pick up another kill on top of that. So props to him. The Croc has definitely come online. He's got the 3 items with the Black Cleaver, the Shojin, and the Ravenous, and that's definitely something you don't want to deal with is a Shojin Renekton.
Ooh. The waves are pushing out now. Mid and top side have to deal with these super minions. The clear rate has slowed down. Ooh, and that jungle is theirs. And attack nasty on the side here. Gonna be spotted out by Azuki. Stun comes through. Shroud gonna be just playing his way out there. Not before we see everyone from the side of TFT come through with final trap. He tried to dash forward. He's gonna be able to get the Zonians, but it's not gonna be enough as we see Hymerduels in the back line. Now we see the dash forward for a massive chunk of damage as we see 48 chromosomes and Hymerduels finish it off. That's gonna be game 2 as we see both of these turrets rip through. TFT is back into it. They're gonna take us to a game 3 as we see who's gonna be the winner of this series.
It's just a really strong showing of how well these guys can play these champs on the side of TFT right now. I mean, you have Renekton, he just popped off once the mid game hit, and then Ezreal has, like, he survived that lane in that lane phase against Jhin Nautilus, and once he started ramping up items and Kindred started getting a bunch of marks, there's no way that they're going to be stopped.
With that, though, we are going to be looking and seeing who's going to be picking up this series into Game 3, TFT or Polar Ace. The footing is so even right now. We're going to be taking a short break as we get into what will be an incredibly hot Game 3, so stay tuned. right, we're back, hitting you hard with the Game 3 of Polar Ace Esports versus Team Fish Tacos. Game 1, Ace comes out hot, shows us Tac Nasty's proficiency on the Corky and just rips through Team Fish Tacos. But Game 2, Team Fish Tacos says that's not going to be enough to stop us. And they just roll up the rug and they say, we're taking it to a Game 3. And that's where we are now, folks. We're here at Game 3 with Ace versus Team Fish Tacos. Both of these players, both of these teams have all of the chance in the world to come out on top here. This series has yet to be decided at all. We're hot into the pick and bans though, and that'll be the deciding fate for Game 3. Nidalee, Yuumi, Swain, Pyke, Swift, take it away.
So yeah, so far you've got some bans coming out here from the side of Polar Ace. They banned out the Nidalee, definitely a pick that Heimerdoodles would like to have. And then you have Yuumi taken off the board because as we saw in the previous game, they weren't able to really get anything done no matter how much they poked them out. Same with the Ezreal ban. Piero has just been popping off on a lot of these games with this Ezreal. And then TFT banning out that Corky as we saw before in the Game 1. Definitely don't want that Corky in this game at all.
Ooh, but the Morgana just slips through. Ace gonna be strutting their stuff now, showing off how well they can pull off the Morgana this time.
Yeah, once you lock in Morgana, I'm kind of looking towards a more Caitlyn kind of vibe. Get that Morgana Caitlyn combo going. It's always going to be a potent combo in the bot lane. And in response, you got TFT. It seems like they are locking in that Vel'Koz and potentially a Kai'Sa hover, getting some void action going.
Keeping that purple font, stepping up alive. Vel'Koz Kai'Sa though, ooh, they decide they want to shut down the Morgana Caitlyn before it can even happen. TFT picking up Caitlyn as a result.
Yeah, I'd agree. Definitely don't want to give up that lane this early. I mean, Vel'Koz would probably be a decent response in Morgana. He has the range to work against it, but just to be safe or at least sure that bot lane's not going to come through, take off that Caitlyn and don't make it as easy to get kills under this.
We'll say though, Jhin Morgana going to be the setup instead. Still can be just as good. You know, definitely going to be going, seeing if we can pull off the root trap stun Morgana possible. Curious to see how TFT is going to play against it, but looks like we have such a heavy lock in. A Riven and Jarvan both locked in for the sides here.
Yeah, right now you got the Jhin pick coming in for Jack. He played it in the last game. He seemed pretty comfortable on it. He did pick up a lot of assists and a few kills here and there, so comfort pick without a doubt. And J4 locked in as well. They definitely want some sort of team fight engage coming in on this comp. And next you have a Zuki coming in on that Riven. He's going to be putting in, he's going to be pug stomping people, he's going to try to strut his stuff. You already know what it is. It's that. Just to be sure, they ban out that Renekton and that Kennen because both of those are pretty cancerous matchups for Riven.
Ooh, Kennen, Renekton, Kidron, Sejuani, Ezreal, Yuumi, Corky, Swain. These are all champions that were picked games 1 through 2. Definitely curious to see how they're going to be listing this up a bit more fresh, but the Azir is making a return. Ace, of course, going to be listing themselves into this Aatrox, going back with the heal, coming through with the World Ender. Curious to see how Khan is going to perform on this one again.
Yeah, you have 48 chromosomes. He's pulled out that Azir a lot of games. He actually pulled it out all 3 games, and now that combo I was hinting about in the first draft. You got the J4 Orianna coming in. Definitely putting the ball on that J4 and then having that ulti come in as well. So it's definitely going to be something to look out for. And then the Taliyah jungle.
Taliyah coming through. Definitely curious this time. Going to be seeing that in the jungle. Doesn't have the Kindred to fall back on. They took that away. Definitely interested to see if that's going to be something better that Heimerdoodle can work with, or it's going to be a little bit weaker. Weaver's Wall is definitely strong though.
Yeah, I mean, the side of Polar Ace, they do have Force similar how the first game was. They had the Force as far as Aatrox being able to jump on a backline. They also have J4, same sort of scenario. Now you have that backup of the Orianna ulti to combo with them. But TFT, they have got damage and range in spades. I mean, you have a Caitlyn, you have a Vel'Koz, and an Azir on top of a Taliyah. They have all the range in the world that they could work with, and then on top of a Riven, And this ain't just some random like gold player's Riven. This is Azuki's Riven. He's played this a few times already, and he's performed incredibly well as far as I've seen.
Whoa.
So
But
hit him
you've
with it.
got Azuki against Khan in the top side with the Aatrox pick coming through. I can tell you 100 ways that Azuki can just rip through with the Riven, but I can tell you 1,000 ways that Khan can just absolutely come back and hit twice as hard. Riven versus Aatrox, it's definitely the duelist matchup. Who has the more skill is definitely going to be the question that will be answered here as we go into Game 3, but I'm not going to give it all to Azuki just yet.
Just yeah, I'm giving it to Azuki, man. I'm one in the Riven.
Swift,
I'm one
I'll
in the Riven
place
pop.
my bet against you then. I'm going to be betting on the meta. Aatrox, World Ender, Lifesteal, Riven, nothing to work.
Hey man, I have respect for anyone that could try to pull out a Riven. Same thing with our boards like Viper and stuff like that. You gotta rep it. You gotta rep it.
All right, gotta rep it. I can respect that, but I can disagree. Other than that, though, looking at the jungle matchup, we just talked about it a little bit. Jarvan finally going to get the Wombo combo, pairing with the Orianna ball if he's correct in his placement. But now, TFT not going to be able to hit him with the Lamb's Respite no more. Kindred going to be taken out. Talia instead. I'm curious if Heimerdoodle, he showed proficiency in game 2 with the pathing and just being there at the right time. Talia definitely has more of that presence. So I'm curious if Heimerdoodle is just going to be absolutely monstrous on this Talia, coming through with the Weaver's Wall, just being there when he needs to be, locking down, shaping the map, and crushing Ace into his corner. Or he couldn't.
Yeah, or he could. But
Or
yeah,
he couldn't.
Talia's damage is definitely nothing to scoff at. If she ever gets a lead early, just so much damage coming out of her Q, even after repetitive nerfs. You can pull her back and she can work just as fine. I know that from a lot of players that I've seen play Talia jungle either in solo queue or in a bit of comp games. That, as I said before, definitely a damage threat that you have to keep an eye out for. And then Azir brought back again. 48 chromosomes definitely showed a lot of proficiency in the first and definitely in the second game with that Azir. So
Emperor's Divide just coming through at the right time, saving under the turret, lining up Azuki for the double kill on the Renekton. 48 Chromosomes has shown time and time again that the Azir pick is something that he can really rock with. So I'm curious how it's going to play out now that he's against a bit more of a passive mid laner, as I would like to call it. Orianna definitely has the potential for the engages, but it's nothing like a Corki, and it's nowhere close to the Akali that Tak was showing in game 2. So it's a bit more of reliance on your team looking to play off the shockwave, especially. So curious to see if Ace is going to be able to pull this one through with some of those big wombo combos.
yeah, I mean, right now, it seems like this game is going to be a lot bloodier than the other ones. At least you have the Zuki up in top lane with Riven against Aatrox. You got Talia in the jungle, always going to be seen as a damage type jungler. And then both bot lanes, at least for right now, it seems like both of them are going to be taking heal instead of TP. So I'm already hyped. I'm liking it.
I'm liking it. You got Morgana and Vel'Koz sitting there. Those are the spellcasters that are going to just be launching out the missiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. The damage coming right at your door. But Caitlyn and Jhin can be such an aggressive combo pairing with those supports. The length, the range, the damage can just be so aggressive if you're not going to be respecting it. So this bot lane, one gank, I'm going to tell you right now, this is what I'm calling. I'm calling it now, Prophet. I'm going to be pulling a Rebel Fox.
He's pulling it.
I'm pulling it. One gank from Heimer. Ace goes down. One gank from Ozzy. One gank. One gank from Ozzy. TFT goes down. This bot lane is completely dependent on the shift between those two junglers. And if I'm wrong, I would be surprised to see an utmost impressive duel coming between them instead.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to it. See how the junglers are going to be able to influence this bot lane because as we see, like Jhin, if he gets ahead, he becomes super snowballing. It's just so much damage that a lot of ADCs can't deal with. At least Caitlyn in this scenario, same with Vel'Koz, they have a lot of range advantage to work with, but Morgana is no slouch when it comes to working around Jhin root, and having that Jhin ultimate definitely could help out in a lot of these scenarios. So just really excited for this one.
I will say, though, you got to be careful in all of these picks. Like you said, it's going to be a bloodier game all around, but I want to ask you, Swift, who are you gonna be putting this on? Who are you gonna be playing it? Who is gonna be the winner of this game? Ace has shown how strong they can be if they get their stuff going at the right time. But if we see Team Fish Tacos hold out just a little bit, they're able to come back so strong, especially with people like 48 Chromosomes on the Azir. Give me your bias. Who do you think is going to pull away in this Game 3 victory?
If I want to be general, I'm going to give it to TFT. If I want to be specific, I'm going to give it to Azuki. I'm looking for this ribbon carry. I'm looking for the ribbon carry,
He's
boys.
looking for the ribbon carry. That is something that may come. We see the R/ribbon in the top. We know he has the proficiency. It's definitely something you're going to have to work around. I am playing in the favor of Ace just a little bit. I bet all my points for them. I will say, though, they do have the meta in their favor, playing some of the strongest champions around right now. Aatrox, Jhin, the Orianna Jarvan, and Wombo combo can come out at any time. So that's definitely where I'll be placing my bets with.
I'm down with that. Same with the views before. I respect it, but I disagree.
I respect it, but I disagree. And that's something that we'll have to see as we get into Game 3 here. These two teams putting themselves on the final pedestal. They're loading up Super Smash. They're going in the final destination. They're saying no items, Fox, both teams. And we're going to see how they're going to be playing this one out. This series on the line. It'll either be TFT or Ace. We'll be right back after a short spectator delay for a fiery Game 3. All right, we are back hot into the Game 3 of Polar Ace eSports versus Team Fish Tacos. Both of these teams have strutted their stuff through Game 1 and Game 2. It's the final showdown as we head straight into Game 3 here. We don't know how this is particularly going to play out. Both these teams are at such an even matchup. But all I can tell you is that Ace is lining up for a 5-man in the bot side.
Only person that could potentially get caught as Piero. He doesn't get hit though.
Doesn't get hit. The ward is down. They see all 5. We already see the roam from Heimer and Azuki into the blue buff.
Make sure to get as much vision as possible there. Definitely want to get up as much information in the early game now. But They might even be able to take it if they decide to stay for long enough.
Ooh, not quite. We do see them pushing out away. They just want to get the vision out there. Definitely looks like Ozzy just going to be starting the red side, though.
I've never heard Jin's like dance.
This is beautiful.
This is a beat that I can get down with.
I'm surprised. Good music to play into the first match with, I will say. Ooh, other than that, red buff is coming out hot for both sides here. The jungler's going to be something, as I said earlier, we're going to have to watch as they come into this absolutely bloodbath of a game. Heimerdoodle and Ozzy both heading straight for the Krugs as they start off real clean.
Yeah, both starting off on the red side. Ooh, bit of poke coming out in the early game.
Oh, speaking of poke, mid lane going back and forth here, attacking chromosomes, taking each other back to the same health. Ooh, Azuki taken to half health, now going to be taken extremely almost to 25% by the Qs from Aatrox. I don't know, Swift. I don't know.
I mean, he's got some pots. He'll be fine. Once he hits that level 2, he's got him.
Well, they both hit level 2 at the exact same time, so no one has quite the pressure that they need to go for there. Not quite yet.
In the meantime, in the mid lane, you got some bit of trading going out. Attack is definitely using a good bit of his range with that orb to his advantage.
Oh, Azuki's gonna get knocked up. He's gonna be taking a good chunk of damage there. Just back and forth, though. No one's quite gonna be able to kill him just yet. Everyone's just too low on the levels. Not enough XP to go around. The bloodbath will begin soon.
And it's like, after this word from our sponsors. And then
after this word from our sponsors, the bloodbath will start, but not before Azuki dashes forward past the root stun. Gonna get a great knock-up on Khan for that good chunk of damage.
As you said, he took off his potion. They're both about the same HP. It seems like he's doing pretty well.
Oh, this will be the lane. I'm going to tell you right now, this will be the lane to watch. The dueling, the bloodbath will begin here. Ooh, the Q misses out, but not before we do see Ozzy coming straight through. Khan's going to be taking a chunk of damage, but not before the knockup with the flag and drag. First blood goes to Khan in the top.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a Pepe Hands moment there for Azuki. He nearly killed Khan top there, but both Ozzy and Khan used flash there to secure that first blood on him.
Heimerdoodle now on the side of Tak Nasty, gonna be missing the pullback. Tak has to flash to get out. Just barely getting out of there.
Yeah, lots of flashes being used by the side of Polar Ace right now to secure, at least secure some of the survivability for right now.
Look in this top side, we got quite the fight about to probably go down here around the Sculler. Ozzy and Azuki just posturing back and forth, but it's giving Khan enough time to get into position. Naka comes through the flag and drag. Now they're pulling it back. He's gonna land through with a Q to chunk as Ozzy picks up another kill onto Azuki.
Yeah, Ozzy's just making the rounds. He's staying up in the top lane. He knows that he has to get either Khan ahead or make sure that Azuki does not pop off on this Riven. He's definitely doing a great job of that.
Ooh, good root here. Gonna see the knock-up onto Curry. He has to flash as the night is ticking down. He's barely able to survive.
Less than an auto's worth of HP right there. The heal wasn't that
worth. Ooh, Amsterdam lane and out here, not quite gonna hit the knockup, but it's enough to push Jin away.
Yeah, you gotta be wary of it. Piero definitely not getting greedy for that extra plate in gold because he does know that Jack's sitting on that fourth shot. A flash shot will kill him.
Oh, he decides not to play around it. He's going to be taking minion wave. Doesn't want to miss out quite a lot on that. Garo does take this advantage. Do back and get out of there before the bloodbath roams its way by.
Very, very true. I mean, Ozzy has been spending quite a bit of time up in the top lane, but right now he's sitting up in the bot lane, taking up his Raptor camp as well on the red side jungle.
You know, you got to posture. You got to put yourself in the top lane. Shove him through the damage, give Khan a bit of that lead, but then you gotta go back, get your XP, make sure you're on the path to make sure Cataclysm will come down at any time to rip through. Ooh. 48 sending that wave straight into turret.
Meantime, we got Piero. He did.
Ooh,
get
Zuki gonna get a good stun. Dashes out on the backside here. Ooh, not quite the look we're looking for. No knockup, but the 6 is in the favor of Zuki. Ooh, possible ribbon play. He's 2 pushed in. We do see the stun come out. Good third Q for the knockup with damage as Zuki's taken down to half. Not quite all we need yet.
You know, the same.
48 Chromosome's gonna be taking some auto attacks. The Flag Drag misses as we pull back. Tack Nasty. The burn is coming down as we see 48 Chromosome come through. Shockwave. Oh, but Emperor's Divine just barely catches us. Heimer takes the kill in the mid.
That was a solid play from Chromosomes right there. He's able to catch him out and get him by the very edge of the Emperor's Divide.
Heimer now strutting the stuff, showing that Ozzy isn't the only jungler in this game.
Very, very true. Ooh, the
Good
cancel.
knock-up onto Zuki.
Yeah, the matchup in the top lane for everyone can be a bit difficult. I mean, you have Aatrox. He does have that range advantage against a lot of these melee champs just because of that Q length. It makes it a lot harder to just walk up and even CS half the time.
Ooh, barely gonna get there. The Q comes through. Now World Ender. Zuki's gonna get the stun and back off real quick, but not before Heimer is in this lane now. Oh, wait. But in the bot side, a huge root with the knockup. He spell immune. He flashes forward, and Jack picks up the kill on Piero. Oh, but not before we see an amazing kill go on the top side. Yeah, Heimer picking it up.
Yeah,
Things
kill for
turning
kill
in the
bot.
favor. Heimer's playing it back in there a bit.
Yeah, at least you have Heimer Doodles. He's picking up a lot of these kills, having them all go into one focus carry. Definitely something that you want to have on your team. Also, Piero, he did end up giving a kill over in the bot lane. It's just kind of difficult to get away from that Morgana binding because it lasts for so long, and Jack able to take advantage of that.
Ooh, not only that, but Curie playing it so well with the Dark Shield on top of Jin to make sure he did not get knocked up by Campspin, so he had the opportunity to flash forward there. Other than that, pulling back here, we do see First Dragon go on the side of Ace, a Mountain Drake, as well as blue buff for Morgana. I mean, sorry, Oriana.
Both ending with A, we'll take it. But the 3-man Bush Camp.
3-man Ace. Now they're looking to go in. You
Does
see the
that
push
flash.
forward. Piero goes through with the Cataclysm over the wall with E, but it's not going to be enough as we see the roots come down from Jin. Burns coming through as Ozzy's just barely able to get away.
So close to killing Ozzy right there, but he does pay for it. He does use all of his sums, and it's just feels bad, man, if you're Piero right
hey,
there.
it's worth it if you pick up Piero.
Say, well, you know, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Kind of. But yeah.
Ooh, other than that, we see Heimer Duel in this top side, possibly looking to come in here. Khan, though, dealing a ton of damage. Weaver's Wall, he has to flash over it. He's going to sacrifice it. He knows he doesn't need to fight this 2v1.
Yeah, he does have World Ender active. He could try to pull the trigger if he wanted to, but better be safe than sorry in his book.
He knows Heimer Duel's there. Like I said, the 2v1 not something he wants to play around, but it's definitely something he could do. Ooh. Taking it down, he misses the third Q, but Azuki's going in, the ultimate coming through. Now we see World Ender. Azuki's gonna miss the knockup, pulls back. Khan trying to launch through. He's gonna do it. He pulls Azuki to his grave with the final auto.
Yeah, as Khan Top just putting in the work, he's got a lot of damage and healing on him once he turns on that World Ender, so it's going to be pretty difficult for Azuki to try to out 1v1 him at this point. Pretty sure off of this back 2, Khan Top will have that Black Cleaver finish. It seems like that's what he's going to be working towards.
Other than that, though, he's going to be pushing this wave and turret. Not quite going to go for the plating. Yep, teleport coming through from Azuki. Does not want to fight that one out. We'll have to watch and see. He's going to pull through with the back. It does, of course, finish the Black Cleaver. 2-in-1. An absolutely monstrous Aatrox in the top lane. Azuki getting his face wiped. Anyways, ooh, gotta slow down there, but not before we do see, ooh, curtain call come through onto Piero here.
Ooh, Amsterdam not looking for the protection as Jack is able to pick it up. Curry now has to use the stopwatch, but not before the stun comes down from the binding. Ooh, but Heimerdiddle is now on this backside, just barely trying to pick it up. Oh, not before we do see the launch forward from both the sides here. Ooh, just barely. Jack is able to snipe through. Camster's not going to be able to pull away from this one.
Jack just putting in the work on this Jhin right now. I mean, it's like in some cases you could be like, yeah, you had Curry put in the work with some of these bindings, but the last 2 kills, just landing all those shots on his ulti and that W snipe, just gotta give it to Jack for that one.
Other than that, though, we did see Tak go down in the mid lane from 48 chromosomes. Oh, but he's already TPing back, gonna be defending this wave right away. We can see who our strengths here on these 2 teams already right off the bat. We got Khan and Jack showing their stuff in the bot and top, and on the other side we got our jungle mid lane presence coming through from TFT with the Azir and Talia. Both teams still on a sort of even footing. We have a bit of a pull forward from Ace. They have the kill advantage and the gold advantage as well as the objectives, but nothing is set in stone just yet when you've got teams this close.
Yeah, right now you see Azuki's trying to get as much gold from plating as possible because it's
World Ender coming through with Tak Nasty now on the side. Azuki's gonna be able to pull out as the Q misses. Ooh, Heimerdiddle there to protect. Just barely gonna be able to miss out on that kill. Tak gonna be losing some pressure in the mid lane now.
Yeah, 48 be sure to capitalize on it, shoving in the wave as soon as possible. Zuki forced to blow out the flash, but definitely worth not giving up a kill to Khan on top of that. I mean, he's ahead in farm now since like Khan had to go and TP down to the bot lane, but he's just having to scrape by as much as he can right now.
Other than that, we do see Ace setting up already for the next dragon in their favor. The vision already on their side. Curious to see if TFT is going to be playing around this one in any way. We do see Amsterdam and Piero right there, as well as Heimer and Chromos. They can go in at any time, but it does not look like it. Ooh, good damage to the top side, but Zuki gonna be taken low. He's able to get out of the E. Not before he gets knocked up one more time. He's got to back off here if he does not want the dive from Kill.
Yeah, Khan's been putting in a lot of work with this Aatrox. He's just been landing so many empowered Qs with those sweet spots and just becoming a lot more difficult for Azuki to even contest him from getting away from this tower. But he does finish Black Cleaver in a Caulfield right now, so he's essentially an even footing with Khan in terms of items right now.
Wait, we got the flag and drag in the mid. Heimer knocked up as we see Cataclysm as well. He's pushed back over the wall, but it's not before Tak and Khan finish it with the damage.
Yeah, it seems like Heimerdiddle's a bit too far out there clearing out the ward, and he got immediately spotted out by Aussie. And without flash, it's going to be pretty hard to get away from a J4.
Heimer just a little bit of the retribution now, seeing what the gifts of Ace are showing through here. Ooh, big damage coming through from that Jhin. Definitely could line something up, but not before Curie and him both get hit from Camster the Slow coming back.
Yeah, Jack finishing up that IE is definitely putting him in a position of power over this Caitlyn that Piero is piloting right now. Only a BS Sword and a Berserker's Greaves to his name. Definitely not as much damage potential as a Jhin with an IE.
Ooh, Q misses, stun misses, everything misses from the side of Ace. They've got to land their shots if they want to pick up this Caitlyn, for sure.
Yeah, Piero's definitely been pretty solid in terms of sidestepping for most of this series.
Ooh, absolutely. Amsterdam gets a good knockup, pairing through with the ultimate, but not before Ace in the hole is going to be landing through. Weaver's Wall, Heimerdiddle coming to answer the call. Barely able to get the kill before Tero picks it up. Now we see a turnaround final curtain call coming through. Amsterdam just barely taking too much. Ozzy going to be ignited. He can't dive this under turret. He does not want to go down.
Ozzy tried to hit the flash knockup, unable to connect, and Jack just barely missing the last bullet of his ulti. That definitely probably would have killed either of them had the flag and drag landed.
We'll say, though, he is able to pick up a kill on Heimer through that. Ooh, top side fight, possibly. Not quite. The knockup doesn't hit. Ooh, but Khan wants to go back in. He does get the third Q. World Ender now coming out here. Knock up Zuki trying to run away. He goes through with the shield, but Khan's not letting him have it with the flash. Another kill on the absolutely monstrous Aatrox. Now he's going over the wall, maybe gonna get caught out here. Ooh, Emperor's Divide pulling him back towards Heimerdoodle. They're just barely eking out the damage. Barrier comes through as he's pulled back from Heimerdoodle. Now he has to get out of here quickly before he gets burned and ripped through, but not before Curry doing some damage. But Heimer saving his brother. Chromosome just barely to eke out as we do see Curry go down.
Yeah, that was really close for Chromosomes. I mean, Curry coming in and trying to pick up the kill. Speaking of trying to pick up the kill.
Oh my gosh, Catalysm just barely landing a shot there. Heimer has to back off quickly here, attacking Ozzy, lining up so quickly. Nothing quite yet. Ooh, very close from the side of Ace to go in so deep there.
Shout out to Curry in the chat. It's like, hey, stream, I bet you're wondering how I found myself in this position where he's just trying to chase down an Azir. But that's neither here nor there. I know that feeling.
Other than that, Azuki trying to make up for lost time here in the mid lane, but Khan is already there, pulling through on Amsterdam. He has to flash to get out. Ooh, World Ender now coming through. Azuki gonna go over the wall to escape, but not as well as Khan. He's ripping through the damage. He gets pulled back as the laser comes through. Khan has to retreat. He's not willing to put up a fight that strong.
Yeah, he's nearly there, getting to that stance. Suzuki using the benefit out of that Rift Herald that he was able to take under the nose of Ozzy and Khan right there, even though he was behind. But, ooh.
Looking to see how 48's gonna play this one out. He has the clear, he has the soldiers in place. No turret for the side of Ace. They have to back off.
Nothing like a fresh patch of earth to clear the head.
Ooh, Suzuki did use a TP to get back in and just hopes of making sure that the fence holded. Ooh, nice sidestepping out coming up from Piero.
Piero showing absolutely absurd sidestepping in this game, like you said earlier. Ooh, it's turning into an ARAM, I will say. All random, all mid, maybe.
I mean, this tower definitely needs to go down if Ace is going to want to crack this game open. Being able to just walk into their jungle, not like they already have been, but at least with a lot more freedom and accessibility, it's definitely going to be beneficial if they take out this tower.
Ooh, Ace already set up, though, for the third Drake of the game. Gonna be an Ocean. It does not look like TFT is in the position to go for the contestation. And now Rift Herald coming topside. Definitely curious to see how it's gonna play through. Khan definitely has the ability to defend this one out without any damage happening on that turret. Ooh, speaking of turrets, though, Jack gonna be able to finish off the first here in the mid lane. Ooh, not before Ace in the hole dealing some damage. Not enough.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta throw out the Caitlyn ulti to get out some sort of damage, especially if you can't heal back up as quickly. Say someone like Jhin. In the meantime, they're gonna be pushing down towards mid lane and hoping to get this mid lane tower out of the way.
Not quite, nothing gonna hit, but a knockup will hit on Khan as World Ender comes through. Heimerdoodle doing some absurd damage with the Qs. Azuki gonna flash forward, just barely able to get through their wall. Not gonna be enough as Azuki picks up the first return kill on Aatrox in a long, long time.
Yeah, he's able to get a bit of shutdown gold going. Hopefully accelerated his build for Team Fish Taco's sake.
Ooh. Jack picks up a very nice snipe route on Heimer, but no follow-up.
Almost like you said Chad, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Curtain Call not hitting any of its shots, goes down real quick.
Yeah, right now off of that, Khan does in fact finish off his Death Stance. Pretty big power spike for him. He's sitting at 2 items on top of boots. So now it's up to Azuki to try to capitalize off of that 1 kill in that turret that he also picked up in the top lane.
Blue buff is going to be picking out here. The Azir turret standing as a placeholder for the mid lane. Definitely doesn't look like it's going to go down just yet. Looks like TFT just barely holding on, trying to keep the control in their favor as much as possible as they start picking up the gold and kills that they need to win.
Yeah, Azir turret definitely beneficial in the long run when you start falling behind. Having that extra bit of protection is definitely needed. In the meantime,
that we do have Baron is up. No vision quite placed around it just yet, but both teams now going to start focusing around this. I will say Khan has teleport, Azuki does not for the next couple minutes. A little curious though what Ace is doing here in the blue side jungle.
yeah, Dragon's not up just yet, but I guess they're hoping to get some sort of pick in case somebody wants to go for the Wolves or try to get some vision.
I think they made a decision against it, but now they're going to be launching straight on the 48 chromosomes. We do see Emperor's Divide push him back, but not before Cataclysm comes through, but it's not going to be able to pick up anybody. Now Khan seep into this backline, trying to rip through the damage as Jack goes for the kill. We see him flash forward, the Ignite comes through. He's going to be ripping through the damage. We see as Azuki comes through, he goes over the wall, but Final Curtain not going to be enough as we see the binding as Tack picks up the kill. 2 kills for the side of Ace.
Azuki trying to come in at the last second and clean up the fight, and he was pretty close to doing so if not for Curry landing that bind and pretty much rooting him down in that one spot.
Definitely something that you had to watch out for. Good play from the side of Ace to pick that up. Good trade. Chromosome and Azuki both going down. Morgana with a great binding. Curry playing it so well. Ooh, but not before we see Heimerdill coming through with the Weaver's Wall, going straight onto Ace. Jack in the backside, not going to be able to push him back. Has to flash to get away, but the damage ripping through as we see Shockwave take out Pierre. Now finally we see the curtain call ripping through Heimer. He's not going to be able to get out as Tack almost goes down. Ooh, Khan now coming through. We see 48 chromosomes going deep as Campstone takes a big hit. That's going to be it for him as Ozzy picks up that kill, but Khan goes down as a result, taking 200 turret damage. Azuki, though, retaliates with the ultimate, going straight onto the backline as Jackson picks up another kill. Now we see 48 chromosomes launching straight. That's going to be a triple kill. Azuki is back in the game on this ribbon.
Is this the pop-off? Is this the pop-off?
Ooh, Khan getting a little bit too feisty, giving too much. We see the bounty apparent on Azuki, Death's Dance, and Black Cleaver all ready to go. Ooh, that looks actually like the Baron.
Trying to force out as much as possible off of that play. They definitely have the sustainability from Riven having that extra bit of tankiness, and at least with Talia you can try to wall this off or at least put up some sort of a front, but Ace in the hole definitely doing some damage.
Shockwave just barely keeping him alive. Heimerdill, though, going to be picking up this Baron. Red team, TFT, showing their stuff. They had a rough early game, but now they're back in it. The gold's not quite just there yet, but they're going to be turning this around slowly, seeing if they can pick up any turrets here in this mid-game.
Yeah, in the meantime, you have Azuki. Seems like he's going for that GA, finishing up that item. Definitely going to be beneficial to stay in this team fight as long as possible. And also, Heimerdoodles putting it out on the line. He said, we're building that Magi's, and he's got 10 stacks on it right now.
Oh my, Heimerdoodle. He knows his strengths. He knows how strong he is. He knows that Talia has been shredding. Let's see if he can get any more stacks on it.
In the meantime, you got Curry. He does not have Zonius just yet.
Ace gonna be collapsing straight onto Azuki here. Can he make the escape? Maybe, maybe not. We see the teleport coming through, but it's not going to be before Shockwave pulls him out. Azuki trying to dash forward here, launching towards the turret. He flashes, but the root comes through from Jin as we see Tack Nasty pick up the kill. But that's going to be a double turret trade in the mid lane as he absorbs all of this pressure.
Yeah, that was a pretty solid stall, if not wasting a lot of summoners for it, but just depends on how this team fight goes.
Coming through on Cataclysm here. It's not going to be enough. We see Tack Nasty rip through with the damage. Now Khan coming through with the backline. Chromosome is able to get away with a stream, a shuffle, but it's not going to be enough as now Final Curtain is coming through. Heimer's going to be taking some damage as he gets knocked up. The Magi's wasn't a good pick. He goes down. Piero picks up a kill on his Aussie as he tries to get away. Ooh, the trap is coming through. Khan is not going to let him go this easy, though. Just chasing. He's going to go over the wall. Going to be able to pick up. He doesn't hit, but then he does. Tack gets another kill on the Orianna. 7-2.
So close to getting out of there, but he just did not have enough mana for another E or another trap. So close, but that team fight definitely going over to the side of Ace eSports, making that smooth transition coming from the bot lane to the mid lane.
Ooh, both teams, the gold is so close. You have such power picks coming through. Everyone is essentially just as strong. I know Tack is above in a little bit, but it's definitely curious to see as we do see another dragon potentially going down for the side of Ace. Jack has shown all the damage here, soloing it as ADC.
I mean, sometimes you just have to do it. If your team's getting lazy...
Sometimes it's just your job.
Yeah, sometimes it's the ADC's job. I mean, I do it before. I remember when I first tried out for a team, the first game I played, I would just sat. I didn't know how to play in like a competitive team or anything, and I just sat there and I just sold the dragon. They're like, "Wait, can you just tell us when you're gonna do that?" I'm like, "Oh."
Let me tell you, Jack doesn't care. Jack doesn't need to tell anybody when he's doing dragon. He's got the Jin club name, okay?
Exactly.
He knows what he got to do. He's picking up the 4th Drake, denying TFT another one. That's a supreme amount of Drakes on the side of Ace there. That's 4 at 26 minutes. There's still a chance for 2 more Drakes already on the plate.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely making as much use out of these dragons as possible. Having that double mountain Drake is going to be beneficial for, say, another Jin trying to solo another dragon, or when you want to go for that Baron.
Ooh, definitely seems like Ace has the kill pressure. They are ahead, essentially, but TFT has all the chances to come back into us. They can come through, dodge the wombo, come through with the damage, and play around what other objective comes through next. Of course, Baron's going to be up quite soon, next 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to be going up relatively soon. Same deal as before. Kind of have a solid hold in the river right now for the side of Ace. They're not going to be taking too many
Ace looking to push hard into this mid lane turret, but not before 48 chromosomes. Just shows how quickly Azir can clear wave.
Yeah, Azir, he's getting close to that 3-item power spike. I mean, he's got his Natural Teeth and the Losing Echo, so he's not going to be missing any mana in these team fights. So once he's finished up on that Rabadon, he's going to be a threat to be reckoned with as these team fights go forward. And Azuki now sitting at 3 items now with that tier 2 boost. Definitely going to be looking at him for becoming potential flanks right now.
Look at Ace. They see Azuki real quick and they all just move instantly. He absorbed so much pressure. He did it again in the bot, and that's what allowed TFT to get those 2 turrets. I'm curious to see if they're going to be playing around that in any sense.
Yeah, I mean, Azuki does have his TP coming up in a couple minutes or so, so maybe might want to stall out for when the Baron comes back up.
Speaking of absorbing pressure, Heimer has to get out quick here. All 5 members are roaming towards him. Ace coming through the flag and drag. Ooh, Heimer just barely using the wall to speed up, but Jack is on the other side. Cataclysm comes. The damage burns as Aussie picks up the kill. That's 1 member down for the side. Oh, of Ace. Looking through here.
Oh, the world ender pop.
On flashes forward here. He's going to get knocked up. He's going to be taking some damage here. Amsterdam pulled back, but it's not going to be enough. Ooh, 48 chromosomes finishes out. Shockwave not quite going to be hitting quite clear there. Ooh. 1 for Azuki now in the back line. He comes through with the ultimate. The binding is rooting him down. Curry's able to get out just barely. Ooh, good cue. Now we see Curtain Call coming through. Piero taking a big chunk of damage. 48 is just barely there to save his boy.
That was a pretty solid fight coming out there. There was that pretty good engage coming out from Khan trying to get something started, but the flash coming out from both Piero was just going to be... It just got him away just enough, especially for when J4 tried to jump in there and Ori tried to get that shockwave off. If they died, that was going to be an instant setup for that Baron once it came up.
Baron is up. It does look like TFT is trying to get the early engage on this one, but it's not going to be quite the position they're ready to take. Ooh, Curry barely missing the stun out there. Ooh, but we do have the backside for the teleport with it. Ooh, the coming through it. Low. The shield's not gonna be enough as he's taken through with Guardian Angel. Good stun to attack nasty. Finishes off Piero on his backside. Azuki is trying to get away, but it's not gonna be enough as Jack finishes the kill. Ace now is full rotation before this Baron, but not because essentially Heimer's in the back line. We see the shield coming through as he's able to pick off Khan, but not before Tack finishes the job on this oppressive Orianna.
5 for 2 for the side of Ace. Like, they were able to pick off that fight, and that flank coming out from Khan was so beneficial. Getting onto that backline and setting up for that Orianna ulti. Definitely key as to why they're more than likely going to have the pressure coming in and as the game goes on with this Baron.
Ooh, Ace picking up the Baron now. Once in the side of TFT, once in the side of Ace. Let's see how they're going to be able to pull through with this one now. Last time we saw TFT pick up 2 turrets in the mid lane. This time we're seeing Ace pick up another dragon.
This time Jin ain't doing it solo, but at this point he might as well be doing it.
Oh, look at the damage through Jin, i.e. Essence Reaver, and most likely going to be completing what is the rapid fire cannon very, very soon. And that's the back.
That's the back. Let's see what this man comes
Rapid
out
fire
with.
cannon.
You win a prize, good sir.
I am a prophet. Ooh, other than that, Azir up in the top side, just pushing out this wave back, making sure that we don't have any opportunity for Ace, as well as Azuki in the bot lane. They're just making sure this wave has no chance to make it to any turret. They're just going to wait these 5 minutes out and make sure the Baron never plays a factor in anything.
Yeah, definitely beneficial to get that wave shoved out as far as possible. For the side of Team Fish Tacos, you do not want them to capitalize off that Baron. And that tower in the bot lane, pretty close to going down, but just not enough. In a sense, it is beneficial to have that tower up as long as possible so that the wave shoves in a bit faster, so you can get that gold a lot faster than you would had that tower not been there. So
Tower is coming down here in the mid lane, though. They can't defend against this cannon minion. It just shreds. Oh, Heimer on the side here, possibly looking for a flank. Ooh, good knockback on the Khan here. He's going to be rooted just barely, but not before Tack goes for an absurd amount of damage on top of Piero. Other than that, Jack is able to pick off another kill as Ozzy launches the backline with Cataclysm. Good knock-up from Camstran, but not before the fourth shot rips through Chromazone. Ooh, now they've got a base defense here on their hands. 5 members of Ace running it down. 1 tower, 1 inhib. Ooh, are they looking for the fight? They're possibly looking for the fight. Azuki, Chromazone, Camsterdam, can they dodge it? Ooh, Chromazone taken so low so quickly from Tack Nasty. Good root there on backline. Azuki now on this backside looking to fight against Khan. He goes over the wall, just barely trying to eke out, pull the pressure away. Ooh, but it's not gonna be enough. They're turning here, trying to pull out this minion wave. Azuki, oh, all of Ace are turning now. Good knock-up triple, but it's not gonna be enough. The root comes down, Tack Nasty picks him off. Ooh, it's here in this backside. We do have Piero up, but it's not gonna be enough. Khan is underneath this turret. He's taking so much damage. The burn comes through. Piero picks up a kill. Ooh, but not before Heimer trying to pick up on 2. Ozzy here chasing them away, trying to make sure that they can't come back.
that was a pretty solid 4-man knockout from Azuki, but just not enough damage coming out from him. It was a good attempt, though. It's just so much damage coming out from Tack Nasty right there. He's sitting at 11-2-2, and
Rabadons, Ludens, Banshees. He's probably going to be hitting the Morellas very soon.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those Orianas where you can't walk up into her like orb range, or you are just gonna die.
Ooh, but speaking of the range, you've got quite a range of players here tonight on both teams. TFT just barely holding out against Ace here. They want this series so bad. They're not letting them have it just quite yet. Baron buff is officially down. Curious to see if TFT can pull anything out before the game moves too quickly out of their favor.
Yeah, so far it's just going to be looking for TFT. They're going to be looking for these sort of well-executed team fights. They have to get some sort of pick going at the start of it. Like, you have 48 chromosomes. He's hit that 38 item mark. I mean, that 30, that 3 item point. Jeez. But yeah, he's hit that 3 item mark, and he's got that damage that they need to have that Shurima shuffle just deal so much damage coming into this fight.
Ace is lining up. They're trying to push this bot wave out, it seems, clearing the vision out. They want to make sure that TFT has no idea where they're going to hit from next.
Yeah, that's a benefit on the side of Polar Ace right now.
Another dragon already looking to be in Ace's favor. This time it is going to be the Elder. So if they pick up Elder and they possibly pick up Baron, that's going to be way more difficult to deal with.
Yeah, there's almost no vision in around that Elder Dragon, except for that one ward, and they do spot out the back.
Wait a
and
second,
everyone
Khan
else.
going over the wall here. He's gonna pick up the E on Azuki. She's not able to get out, gets the third kill. We see the knockup with the Flag Dragon. Ozzy picking out the GA so early. Khan changes his attention to Amsterdam as Azuki's gonna try to get out, but it's not gonna be enough as we see both Azuki and Amsterdam go down so quickly. The Flag Dragon trying to come through. 48 Chromosomes uses the Emperor's Divide, but it's not gonna be enough as he pushes him towards Piero. Now this backline is gonna get shredded through. Ooh, 48's just barely trying to save it. Ooh, Khan goes down as a result, but Curtain Call is in position. First shot misses, second shot misses, third shot does it. It's a double kill for Jack. Ooh, now they're looking to see if they can pick it up onto Curie. Piero just barely trying to get out the damage coming through. Curie and Ozzy will go down if they're not careful, but Jack is just so strong standing in that backside. Ooh, Piero, he's the last hope for TFT. The damage is coming through. The turrets are slowly eeping away. One Nexus turret down. Ooh, what looks like two Nexus turret down. It's the root. Tack goes in so hard with Shockwave. It's gonna be it. It looks like Ace picks up game 3 in what is an absolutely insane series.
That was a pretty solid last team fight coming out there from Ace. They were able to pick off. They're pretty much able to separate the rest of the team away from that fight, and they just blew up Azuki there, and then they just took the rest of the back line. They didn't have anyone to peel off that Aatrox, which is kind of the same reason why they won in the first game, where if you have a comp like this, it's really hard to get someone like an Aatrox or people with multiple dashes off of a backline that needs to stay alive for a team fight to work like that.
Other than that, Ace proved again and again that they had the fortitude to consistently withstand TFT's advances. Very impressive play from them tonight. I'd be curious to see if they're going to be making it towards Gauntlet and playoffs. They definitely have this ability. They have some edges they've got to rough out and they've got to buff out, But other than that, it's definitely a team that would be worth contending. I don't know if it's up there against Dynasty or First Blood or Recon just yet, but it's definitely potential. Other than that, Swift, we should get to the primary topic of the night. Who do you think was the MVP of Ace tonight?
Well, if we're talking about Ace, I think you gotta give it to Tack Nasty right now. I think that Orianna play and that Corky play in the first game was just too good to pass up.
Alright, so let's quickly pull Tack Nasty in here if we can. Currently looking for him.
Looking for the old Tack Nasty.
Looking for the old Tack Nasty. I do not believe his name is Tack Nasty on the Ace team.
Let us see. Alright, just give us 1 sec.
We'll be right back after we get into a short interview with Tack. All right, we are back with the champion of the Team Fish Tacos versus Polar Ace series. Tack, how do you feel after such an incredible 3-game series?
I don't know. I'm just here to play League of Legends, bro.
You're just here to play League of Legends. Can you inform us on what that truly means, though, to you, Tak? On the team for Polar Ace, what does it mean to be the mid laner and be the self-reliant man?
Honestly, we haven't been super good this split, but like I've really enjoyed playing with these guys. Like they're my friends, especially like Ozzy and Jack. We spent like so much time together just like playing other games that at this point it's just like even if we lose, like I still enjoy being around my friends at least. And so like starting to play mid, it's not a big deal. Like I'm super rusty because the last time I played mid was like 2017, but I'm just pretty much just having fun, like not taking it super duper seriously.
Well, it's definitely good to hear. Swift?
No, I was like, that's how you got to look at it, dude. It's the superpower of teamwork. Friendship and teamwork won the games.
Like
Easy.
Ace has quite the teamwork. Coming from game one, you played out the Corki against the Azir. I remember he picked Azir first, and y'all said, all right, we're going to go for the farm lane. We're going to go with the Corki. But what led to such an aggressive show there where you even picked up the Penta within the first 15 minutes?
I don't know. It's pretty go next opting for the Azir into the Corki. Like it's really bad. Like you see it in pro play just because Azir's super safe, but if the Corki has a brain, there's like nothing the Azir can really do. Like you even saw me get solo killed because I was just like limit testing basically. I just like W'd into him to like see how much damage I could do, and then like came back and I just solo killed him back. I was like, all right, yeah, this game's just done because once Corki gets any resemblance of a lead, it's just doomed. Like I think Azir beats Corki if the Azir player is just better, like much better, because Azir can poke like easier. But I've played way too much Corki recently, like especially in like other leagues like UCL.
Okay.
Like,
Yes.
So
It's
you're
pretty
telling
much
me
honest of him.
48 chromosomes is nothing. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, he didn't play the matchup very well. I didn't really feel like I was being oppressed ever. So I was just like playing for fun in lane. Like I think that game I had like 12 CS per minute. 'Cause I was just like farming. I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm just kind of ignoring the other person.
Jeez, all right, but within the other games against 48 chromosomes, you went against him as a colleague. Game 2, Game 3, you pulled out the Orianna. Was there any potential point where you felt like it was a bit abrasive, maybe even in Game 2?
I mean, Game 2, like, if Akali like isn't given the ability to like shove in, I'm pretty sure Azir just auto wins the matchup because you take so much poke trying to like harass the Azir back. But I don't know. I went into draft that game like, fuck it, I'm just gonna play what I want, and I just locked in Akali. So I haven't even played Akali since I played top like 8 months ago. So pretty for fun, not gonna lie.
All right, for fun is definitely the motto for you tonight, Tak. But it definitely seems like you had a lot of proficiency on what you're doing in Game 1, Game 3. You came and hit us with the Orianna at the very end. Was that another for fun pick?
Honestly, my Orianna is so scuffed now because I haven't played like the champion in so long. Like I can use my brain, but my hands don't work no more because I don't play this game. Like
I know the feel.
it's doomed.
My hands don't work no more, Tak. Absolutely interesting play. Swift, you got a question for my main man here?
All I'm gonna say is that anytime I see you playing Orianna, I want every time you get a kill, chat to just say scuffed Orianna, dude. If that's scuffed Orianna, then I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know. I
say,
like took every kill this series. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, kill steal Tak. But I will say, you guys are in quite the position here at the ABL. Currently 7th in the standings, right behind Grim Legion. You're just barely going to be able to even the gauntlet if you play out these next few weeks. Have you looked ahead in any fashion? Are you guys really aiming for it at this point? What's the mentality of the Ace team?
I'm gonna be real with you. We're literally just like, I kid you not, we're just playing for fun at this point. Like we just won a series with Ozzy playing jungle. I don't think we understand the gravity of that situation.
We're going wherever the wind takes us.
Like Ozzy is so washed that we like put him on tanks. But I love him. He's my boy. I love you, Austin.
Oh, yeah, speaking of the love you've got to give out here, any final shout-outs to anyone in chat?
Shout out to Con and Parker for coming through and like actually subbing for us, because we were just like thinking about FFing, because like we didn't really prep or anything. So like we had someone say we couldn't play today, like our God had to do something, so we were just like, what are we gonna do? And
It's
but
like RZ jungle.
so we just like threw everyone into random roles, and we were just like, all right, no matter what, we're just for fun. Let's just have fun.
All right, Tag, though, but is this the power team? Come on. Is this the power team? Is this the ABL power team? Have you found the secret to what you need to win?
The power of friendship won't work if I win trade, so I'm unstoppable win trader.
All right.
Honestly, the other team didn't offer me enough money to win trade game 3, so I was gonna send them a PayPal and everything.
How much? How much, Tag?
Dude, they said $10. I was like, no, I need more. I need more than just $10
What's your
to win
price?
trade.
Tag, give us your price right now for everyone
right.
on the ABL who's listening. Give it.
right.
Give us your advertisement.
For me to throw one game, that's like 20. For me to like give you the free 2-0, just sprinting it down mid so you can build Majais, it's like 50.
There you go. Straight from the horse's mouth. $20 for one game, 50 for the series.
All right, Tag. You played exceptional this game, even if it was for fun, even if y'all aren't in the mental for winning it all. You guys showed that you still got it, and we'd love to see you continue with that power as you go into these next few games. It was wonderful having you here.
Wait, can I give one more shout out?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Shout out to Chris, Don't Know Jack, for just being my scuffed 80 carry. Please ban Jin.
Okay.
Dude, he's big win trader. I don't know why he gets Jin when he's only able to play that champion 80 carry.
All right. Thank you, Tack. I appreciate it all together. You were lovely here on the interview tonight.
Yeah, man, no problem.
All right. Well, Swift, that was quite the interesting series once we got to know the behind the scenes. It was interestingly more less hype than I thought.
I mean, hey, it was hype for us. Whenever someone's playing for fun, you know the hype's coming out. You get the plays, you get the limit, like he said, limit testing. You get to see the pentas as well.
The pentas, yeah.
So, a lot of the good stuff coming out from that series.
Absolutely. I will say thank you everyone for joining us tonight on ABL Stream 2. We went real late, a whole 3-hour stream. We appreciate all of you for checking in and watching us here. Thank you for the support. We love you all. But that's going to be me, your play-by-play caster Z.
And me, your color caster Swift.
And we are signing off for the night. Thank you all.